to remind you to please have a plan and get home safely. If you've been drinking, don't drive, by all means, get a ride. And the Lancaster Barnstormers probably presented the 2016 Long Island Ducks Crown Crew, thinking the field here at Bethpage Ballpark, the best in the Atlantic League. That's the Lancaster Barnstormers serving Long Island for over 70 years.
So we're on a bike ride, and he sees this kid, Maddie, from around the way. This kid last was at Michelle's house. He just stopped by one day, and he came in the house and everything, and all of a sudden I'm like,
and baseball fans, our good friends from Health First are here tonight. They're situated on the upper concourse right next door to the Street Lobby double doors directly behind home plate behind the press box. Now, Health First is health insurance for New Yorkers. Make sure you visit their information table that is set up on the upper concourse behind home plate near the Street Lobby double doors. They're giving away cross-street bags at their information table. So swing by before the ball game begins. That's Health First. The information table, the upper concourse behind home plate, health insurance for New Yorkers.
I don't know who your mom and dad are. I'm like, who would send their kid over to somebody they don't even know? So he gets all pissed at me. Each year, they break his own legs. He gets all mad. He's like, I never used to. He never's coming to our pool. I go, yeah, he's not now. He's getting all mad. He starts chucking things. I'm like, okay, good luck in this.
And fans, don't forget about our 50-50 raffle that's going on here tonight at Bethpage Ballpark. You can purchase your 50-50 raffle tickets at the table in front of the Waterloo shop, the upper concourse behind home plate, or from ballpark vendors. We'll be announcing the winner later on tonight. You must be present to redeem, and we'll do that right after the 7th inning. It's only $1 a ticket, or $5 for 6 tickets. All the proceeds will go to the Cracker Jack Foundation, a charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Remember now that
this is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Line bunts up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch, and for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks Northwell Health Southside Hospital pregame show.
We are live here at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight, it is game 2 of a day-night doubleheader between the Long Island Ducks and the Lancaster Barnstormers, the third game of a 4-game series and the 6th game of a 7-game homestand for Long Island. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. Thanks so much for tuning into tonight's ball game, whether you're joining us via the Ducks flagship radio station, 103.9 FM LI News Radio, or online as well via the Long Island Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball. Well, the Ducks and the Barnstormers took the field earlier this afternoon for the opening game of this day-night doubleheader, a game that was originally scheduled for 7 innings, and not only did it go extra innings if it was a 7-inning game, it also went extra innings if it were a 9-inning game, as they went to 10 innings before the Barnstormers eventually prevailed by a final count of 3-2. It was the first time that either side lost a home game against the other in this, the 8th game of the season series between the two teams. It's now currently tied up at 4 games apiece. Ducks have won 4 of the first 5 here at Bethpage Ballpark, but a tough loss for the Ducks in Game 1, a game in which they had multiple opportunities late after tying the game in the bottom of the 7th had several chances to eventually win it, but ultimately could not do so. The home run for Josh Bell doing the damage and giving the Barnstormers the win. And so now this series even up at 1 game apiece. We'll get you the full recap of Game 1 of the doubleheader momentarily here on the pregame show, and then we will also get you a little bit later on the pitching matchup for this second game of the day-night doubleheader, then the starting lineups, and we'll have first pitch from Bethpage Ballpark right around 6:35 p.m. A big crowd expected tonight for the third game of this 4-game series. Beautiful evening for baseball. We'll have all that and more coming up next on the pregame show.
Hey fans, this is Kevin Byers, manager of the Long Island Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 103.9 LI News Radio.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark as we prepare for game number 2 of this day-night doubleheader. Long Island Ducks, Lancaster Barnstormers here on Long Island. Ducks falling in the opener by a count of 3-2, a tough one for Long Island in a game in which they were trailing throughout, but got one big hit to tie the game and ultimately had several chances to win it, could not do so. Neither side was able to score over the first 2 innings of the game, but in the third, with 1 out, the Barnstormers finally got to Bobby Blevins, who had retired the first 7 Barnstormer hitters in a row. Lance Sawatsky singled to right. Casey Hobson followed with an RBI triple into the right center field gap. His 4th run batted in of the year gave the Barnstormers a 1-0 lead. Sean Halted followed with a line drive into left center field. Delta Cleary Jr. made a diving attempt at it, but it got past him for an RBI triple. Scoring Hobson, Halton's 14th RBI of the year, made it a 2-0 game. Blevins would get a strikeout, but then walked Gindel and Whitaker with 2 outs in the inning to load the bases. However, a strikeout of Josh Bell was able to leave the bases loaded and end the inning. He was able to throw back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings in the 4th and 5th, got into trouble in the 6th with 2 on and 1 out, but struck out Charlie Cutler for his 8th strikeout of the game, got Mike McDade on a flyout to left, and turned in the quality start with 6 innings of 2-run ball. Meanwhile, on the other side, Terry Doyle was pitching very well for Lancaster, really did not get into too much trouble. He did allow 2 to reach in the 4th on a single and a catcher's interference, but got a double play ball from Mike Blake to end that threat, and gave up a leadoff double from Blake T. Cody in the 5th inning, but somehow survived that too and did not allow a run. However, in the 7th inning, after getting a flyout from Ruben Gotay, Dan Johnson was able to draw a walk, and Butch Hobson elected to go with right-hander Corey Burns, the closer, to try and seal the game. Well, Mike Blank came to the plate, and on a 3-2 pitch hit a home run over the left center field wall, just out of the reach of a leaping Josh Whitaker for Blank, his 5th home run of the season. And just like that, the ball game was tied at 2. Blevins was removed from getting the loss. Terry Doyle could not get the win. And so the Ducks had tied the game, and it would eventually go into extra innings. Both sides went in order in the 8th inning. In the 9th, Lancaster put 2 on with 2 outs against Yuri De La Rosa, but Kevin Aarons grounded into a force out at second to end that threat. And then in the bottom of the 9th inning, a single and a walk opened up the inning for Long Island against right-hander Pete Andrelzik. Mike Blank was not asked to bunt, and it just missed a game-winning double down the left field line. Instead, he ended up flying out to center for the first out of the inning, and the non-bunt ended up hurting him because Blake T. Cody would follow with a single to right, and had Gotay been at third, would have scored the winning run. Instead, Kevin Baez tried to send Gotay around from second base to score, and he was thrown out at the plate on a great throw from Sean Halton, a late addition to the lineup for the Barnstormers. Matt Wessinger would then strike out with runners at second and third and 2 down, and the Ducks were unable to take the lead or win the game. So in the 10th inning, Amalio Diaz was brought on after earning the save last night. Struck out both Caleb Gindel and Josh Whitaker to start the inning. But on a 1-1 pitch, Josh Bell hit a deep solo home run over the left center field wall just to the left of the batter's eye. His 7th home run of the season gave the Barnstormers a 3-2 lead. The Ducks tried to respond in the bottom of the 10th inning, getting a leadoff infield single from the speedy Anthony Vega. Carlos Hughes also was going back and forth as to whether or not he was going to lay down a sacrifice bunt, ultimately didn't and struck out looking. Then with 2 outs after Vega went to second on a ground out to short, Delta Cleary Jr. reached on an infield single to short to put runners at first and second with 2 men out. Cleary Jr., first and third with 2 men out. Cleary Jr. then would steal second, and so a base hit was going to win the game for Long Island, but Ruben Gotay flew out to center field to end the game, and the Barnstormers hung on for the 3-2 10-inning victory. Final totals from that game: 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Lancaster, who left 9 men on base. For the Ducks, 2 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. They left 7. Winning pitcher in relief was Pete Andrelzik, who threw 2 scoreless innings of relief despite allowing 4 hits and a walk. He struck out 2. The loser was Amalio Diaz, who dropped to 4-2 on the year, allowing the home run to Bell. No save. The game took 3 hours and 8 minutes in front of a crowd of 4,678. Good attendance here this afternoon. Even better expected for tonight for game number 2 of this day-night doubleheader. We'll take a break again here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the pitching matchup for tonight's game. A pair of left-handers on the mound. It'll be Darren Downs for the Ducks and Kelvin De La Cruz for the Barnstormers.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 103.9 LI News Radio.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there: by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, Long Island Ducks, Lancaster Barnstormers getting ready to go here in the nightcap of a day-night doubleheader. Lancaster winning game 1, 3-2 in 10 innings. Pitching matchup here for the nightcap will feature left-hander Darren Downs on the mound for the Long Island Ducks against Lancaster Barnstormer lefty Kelvin De La Cruz. First, we'll look at Darren Downs, who has pitched pretty well this year, 4-3 record with a 4.39 ERA on the season, has made back-to-back quality starts, combining to give up just 3 runs on 11 hits and 2 walks in 13 innings while striking out 15 batters. Most recently picked up the win on Sunday at Southern Maryland with 6 innings of 2-run ball. Before that, he had struggled in his previous 2 starts, so this is obviously a good sign that he is bouncing back and has picked up back-to-back wins. Struggled in a loss at Lancaster June 1st, allowing 7 runs on 8 hits and 5 walks over 5 innings, but did pitch very well against the Barnstormers here back on May 3rd, allowing just 1 hit and 1 unearned run, along with 4 walks over 6 innings while striking out 7. Meanwhile, for the Barnstormers lefty, Kelvin De La Cruz will take the mound. He is 3-6 on the season with a 5.21 ERA through 10 games, 9 starts, has not won since May 10th against New Britain, losing 5 of his last 6 outings, and the only no decision in that span was against Long Island on June 8th when he was a member of the Revolution. 4 1/3 innings, 6 runs on 8 hits and 3 walks while striking out 2, all 6 runs earned. Also suffered the loss his last time out on Tuesday night in Bridgewater, New Jersey against the Patriots, when he gave up 6 runs, 3 earned on 8 hits in 4 2/3 innings, 4 walks to 4 strikeouts. So he is pitching on just 3 days rest here after starting for York at Somerset on Tuesday. Just had Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off, and now pitching here on this Saturday night and trying to lead the Barnstormers to a sweep of this doubleheader. We'll take one more break as the Ducks get set to take the field. When we come back, we'll have the national anthem for you, then the starting lineups, and the first pitch here from Bethpage Ballpark. The Long Island Ducks getting ready to take on the Lancaster Barnstormers.
Hey fans, this is Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up, it's gone! Great value every time. And the Ducks have won it 7-1. The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Well, the Long Island Ducks have taken the field in their home white pinstripe uniforms. They are looking good as they take the field, and they are going to be joined right now by the Dream Team tonight. The North Belmore North Merrick Little League and the East Broadway Elementary School from Seaford. They are all out there on the field getting excited, standing next to their favorite heroes. Color guards out on the field as well. Cub Scout Pack 123 from Merrick. They are over near first base. And we are just about set for our national anthem. There's also a graduation lineup down the left field line tonight. That is the Oakwood Primary School, who is out along the left field line. So that is the graduation lineup this evening, celebrating their recent graduations. So all the kids out on the field with their favorite players. And we are just about set to have tonight's national anthem, which is going to be performed this evening by the East Lake Elementary Bell Choir from Massapequa Park. So the fans being asked to rise and remove their hats and caps here at Bethpage Ballpark. A past capacity crowd expected tonight. And we'll turn things over now to the field for the East Lake Elementary Bell Choir as they perform tonight's national anthem.
National anthem.
The East Lake Elementary School Bell Choir with tonight's national anthem here at Bethpage Ballpark. I have to admit, in all my years here with the Long Island Ducks, I don't think I ever remember seeing a bell choir perform the anthem. Very nicely done, an interesting take on it. But very well done indeed, and we are just about ready for baseball here. The second of two games being played here on this beautiful Saturday at Bethpage Ballpark. Well, let's look at the starting lineups here for game two. For the Barnstormers, Caleb Gindel is going to lead things off. He is the center fielder. Moved to center field at a last minute before game one due to an injury to Blake Galen. Have not gotten specifics as to the injury, but Galen was scratched with that injury, so Gindel, the center fielder, leading things off. Kevin Ahrens is the shortstop. He bats second. Josh Whitaker is in left field hitting third, and the cleanup hitter and hero from Game 1 is the designated hitter, and that is Josh Bell. Sean Holton is in right field batting fifth. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman Casey Hobson. Batting fifth at doing the catching tonight, Mike McDade. Lance Sawatsky is the third baseman. He will bat eighth. And rounding out the order for the Barnstormers is the second baseman, and that is Justin Jackson. Meanwhile, on the other side for the Long Island Ducks, Phelan Lentini leads off, gets the start in right field here in Game 2 after DHing in Game 1. Delta Cleary Jr. bats second, plays center field. Ruben Gotan, the second baseman, hitting third. And in the cleanup spot is the first baseman, and that is Dan Johnson. Cody Puckett bats fifth, plays third base. Mike Dowd will do the catching and hit sixth. The seventh hitter is the DH, that is Mike Blank. In the eighth spot for Long Island, the shortstop, that is Matt Wessinger. And rounding out the order for the Ducks is the left fielder, and that is Anthony Vega. So that's the look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. Again, a matchup of left-handers on the mound. Darren Downs for the Ducks, Kelvin De La Cruz for the Barnstormers, both of whom struggled the last time they faced these teams. But Downs did have a very good start against the Barnstormers earlier this year here on this field. Downs is coming in with back-to-back quality starts, one win, one hard luck loss in that span. And De La Cruz coming in with a loss in 5 of his last 6 starts. And the only one he didn't get the loss in, took a no decision and was roughed up by Long Island. So we are just about ready to go. Stepping into the batter's box from the left side is Caleb Gindel. Stepping onto the mound from the left side is Darren Downs. Beautiful night for baseball, and just about ready to go for Game 2 of this doubleheader. Downs ready, and his first pitch of the ball game is a fastball strike. We're underway here on this Saturday night. 6:39, the official first pitch time here at Bethpage Ballpark. 0-1, breaking ball, outside corner, another strike, and it's 0-2. 74 degrees is the first pitch temperature. Absolutely gorgeous out tonight, and a packed house expected. 0-2. And a breaking ball misses just low and outside for ball one. Fans continuing to file in. Most of the seating bowl is filled. Are a few seats that I still see empty. Fans getting some concessions. Still coming in on this Saturday evening. Here's the 1-2. Fastball just misses inside. And that'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gindel. Hitting .317 for the Barnstormers with 3 homers and 31 runs batted in. 2-2. Fastball again from Downs, and it just missed outside, so Gindel has worked the count from 0-2 to 3-2. And another out of the zone would put the leadoff man on for Lancaster. Payoff pitch. Gindel, a ground ball to third, gobbled up there by Cody Puckett. His long throw across, right on the money. So Caleb Gindel retired, and there's one away. Ducks are in the home white pinstripe uniforms with the orange Ducks logo on the front, the green number on the front and the back. Barnstormers, after wearing the road grays today, by the way, the Ducks had worn the orange jerseys during the day game. Barnstormers are in their alternate red jerseys with the red L in script on the front left chest, the number on the bottom right on the front and as well on the back. That is in red as well. First pitch to Kevin Ahrens. A righty hitter is lined into right field. That is going to be a base hit. Good piece of hitting from Kevin Ahrens. Phelan Lentini picks it up and fires it back in. And there's the first base runner of the night as Ahrens goes the opposite way with a single. A little bit on the warm, humid side. Not terrible, but a little bit of humidity here tonight. Wind is blowing from right to left. Not a very strong breeze, though. So 1 on and 1 out, and the number 3 hitter is the left fielder Josh Whitaker. He bats from the right side. Darren Downs gets the sign and comes set. His first pitch is on the inside corner. Good breaking ball for strike 1. Whitaker at .285 on the season with 6 homers and 27 runs batted in. From the stretch, here's the 0-1. Fastball this time missed down and in, even the count at a ball and a strike. David Speranza, the home plate umpire for tonight's game. Richard Katz is over at first base, and Frank Urilli is around at third. Now a 1-1. Breaking ball again from Downs, missing the inside corner, a little low too. That'll run the count to 2 balls and a strike on Whitaker. 1 on, 1 out, top of the first inning from Bethpage Ballpark. Puckett playing close to the line at third. The second baseman Gotai shaded up the middle. Here's the 2-1. Fastball from Downs misses inside. Falling behind and counts a little bit here in the early going. Now 3-1. We'll see if Aarons goes from first at all here. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Doesn't. And it's swung on and fouled back to the backstop behind home plate. So that runs the count full at 3-2 on Whitaker, with Josh Bell waiting on deck, the switch hitting third baseman. DH, excuse me. He was the third baseman in game 1, now the DH in game 2. Payoff on the way. Runner goes, swung on a miss, strike 3. And the ball was dropped at home plate by Mike Dowd, so a stolen base for Kevin Aarons. So he goes to second, first strikeout of the night for Darren Downs, and there's 2 away. Anthony Vega gets the start tonight in left field for the Ducks. Delta Cleary Jr. in center, and around and right is Phelan Lentini. On the infield from left to right, you have Cody Puckett at third, Matt Wessinger at short. The second baseman is Ruben Gotai. And around at first base is Dan Johnson. Mike Dowd doing the catching behind home plate, and Darren Downs on the mound. First pitch to Josh Bell is a breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. The stolen base for Aarons, his 5th of the year in 6 attempts. 0-1 on Bell, who's hitting .257, 7 homers, 33 runs batted in, and his 7th. Gave the Barnstormers the win earlier today. Now the 0-1. Line drive, right center field. Phelan Lentini racing in. He's going to have to play it on a hop. It lands for a base hit. Around third and into score is Aarons. Going to second, and out there at second base is Bell. The run will count, though, and the Barnstormers have the 1-0 lead. So, 1 run for Lancaster on 2 hits. No errors, and because of the out at second, nobody left on base. We have played a half inning. It's the Barnstormers 1. The Ducks coming to bat.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and bench coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolat walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolat pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolat's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolat. Visit Nicolat.com.
Pave your way. Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Well, the Ducks are in an early 1-0 hole thanks to the 2-out RBI single by Josh Bell to right, but a good play by Mike Dowd to throw him out, trying to take second base on the throw in towards the plate. So again, just 1 run on 2 hits for the Barnstormers, and they leave nobody on base. That stolen base by Aarons key in getting the run home, and now Kelvin De La Cruz will take the mound for Lancaster. Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up again this season to present the Walks with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. So we head to the bottom half of the first inning. And for the Ducks, Phelan Lentini will start things off, followed by Delta Cleary Jr. and Ruben Gotai. Lately, the Ducks have had a little bit of trouble getting runs early in games, something Long Island will try and buck here in Game 2 of this day-night doubleheader. So up to the plate steps Lentini from the right side. Kelvin De La Cruz out of the windup, first pitch, and Lentini takes a fastball strike, bell time, the count 0-1. Lentini at .338 on the year, 4 homers, 31 runs batted in. A tough game in the opener. 0-1. Ground ball hit to the left side. The shortstop Aarons fields, and his long throw to first is in time to get Lentini for out number 1. Lentini now 0 for 6 on the day after going 0 for 5 in the opening game of the doubleheader.
Center fielder number 5, Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
So with one away, Delta Cleary Jr. will step up to the plate, switch hitting center fielder back from the right side. De La Cruz gets the sign from McDade, and the first pitch is a fastball knee high for a strike, 0-1. Cleary Jr., the center fielder, 281 hitter on the season, no homers, 8 runs batted in. Out of the windup, the 0-1. Swung on and tapped weakly here, foul to the third base side of the plate. And it's 0-2 on Cleary Jr. Ducks entered the day at their high water mark of the year, 31-22, 9 games over 500. And with their loss are now falling back into a tie for first place in the Liberty Division with Somerset. 0-2, a swing and a miss, strike 3, ball was down in the dirt. McDade will throw over to first in time for the out, so the strikeout and the putout goes 2-3. And just like that, 2 down here in the first inning. Patriots playing tonight. The day game today was the oddball out in terms of getting the Ducks and the Patriots even in games played. So these two teams, the Ducks and the Patriots, have an even amount of games left in the first half of the season. Ruben Gotay to the plate after tonight. Exactly 15 games remaining for both teams. As the first pitch misses downstairs for ball 1, and they are at an even deadlock in the standings. But Somerset has the tiebreaker, so the Ducks have to finish a game better to get the first half title. 1-0, and Gotay takes a fastball strike knee high onto the outside corner. Count 1-1. Again, those two teams, the Ducks and the Patriots, do not play again in the first half. Somerset holding the tiebreaker by virtue of having the head-to-head advantage. As Gotay pops one foul to the first base side, Hobson on the grass will make the catch, and the side retired. So a good start for Kelvin De La Cruz as the Ducks go down in order on a ground out, a strikeout, and a foul pop. We have played one here at Bethpage Ballpark. Lancaster leads it 1-0.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
On to the second inning we go with the Ducks trailing 1-0. It is time for the Long Island Ducks Health Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Well, currently the Ducks are a little bit of a walking wounded team as they have 3 players out on the disabled list right now. Lou Ford dealing with a hamstring injury that is keeping him out currently. Dan Lyons also with a hamstring injury. He's on the inactive list. Tyler Colvin out with a leg injury, while Sean Burrows dealing with some shoulder soreness. Sean Holton takes inside for ball 1. So there's your look at the injury report. Cody Puckett, the third baseman, back in the lineup tonight for Long Island. As the 1-0 is taken on the inside corner for strike 1. Did not play last night or the day game today. As Kevin Baez taking it easy with him, knowing that he is still recovering from that hamstring injury he suffered earlier this year. Doesn't want to push him too much. Ground ball, third base line, fair ball past the diving Puckett and down the line for Halton. They get to retrieve it in the corner. Ball kicks around a bit, but Halton will stop at second base, and he is there with a leadoff double against Downs. So Sean Halton with a hard ground ball inside the bag at third and down the left field line. Past the diving try of Cody Puckett. And Lancaster with a runner at second and nobody out here in the second inning. Well, we mentioned that Darren Downs coming into this start had been doing very well his last two outings after two very poor outings. First pitch here to Casey Hobson, the lefty hitter. It's a fastball strike. It's 0-1. Downs through 6 innings of 2-run ball, allowing 6 hits and a walk while striking out 4 on Sunday in Southern Maryland. Before that at York in the opening game of the road trip, 7 innings of 1-run ball, allowing 5 hits and a walk while striking out 11, but lost 1-0. 0-1 is way low and outside, and that'll even things up at 1-1. But ultimately 3 runs in 13 innings with 15 strikeouts. Very impressive for Downs comparatively to his 2 starts before that, May 26th here against Bridgeport and June 1st at Lancaster. Combined to allow 15 runs, 13 earned in just 8 2/3 innings. 1-1, popped him up. Right to the shortstop, Matt Wessinger, who drifts back onto the outfield grass, still ranging back, and he makes the catch. So Casey Hobson retired on the pop out. There's the first out here in the second inning. That'll bring up Mike McDade, the catcher and 7-hitter.
Hitting in the 7th position, Barnstormers catcher number 54, Mike McDade, number 54.
So Downs looking to continue the effectiveness he has had of late, and the Ducks starting staff as a whole, really one after the other, has turned in quality start after quality start. It's been impressive work from the starting staff of late. First pitch, and that misses low and inside for ball 1. The Ducks offense, which again is missing several key pieces, they have found ways to win. They've won 5 of their last 6 games coming into tonight's contest. As a team, the Ducks have, even though they haven't been scoring a ton of runs lately, because again, they're missing guys like Ford and Lyons and Burrows and Colvin. 1-0, swing and a miss. Big hack at a breaking ball by McDade. The count even up at 1-1. McDade was the designated hitter in game 1, 0 for 4 at the plate, and is hitting .274 on the year with 5 homers and 19 runs batted in. Here's the 1-1. Popped up in the air to right field. Phelan Lentini drifting in. Gets to the spot in right center to make the catch. Staying at second is Sean Halton, so a good job by Downs to get back-to-back outs after the leadoff double. And now with 2 outs, that'll leave it up to the third baseman, Lance Zawatsky.
Third baseman, number 7, Lance Zawatsky, number 7.
Lights are on here at Bethpage Ballpark, although the sun's still shining. Everything is in the sun on the field except home plate and the pitcher's mound, and most of the first and third base lines, but everything else is still in the sun. First pitch is a breaking ball low and outside is Zawatsky, ball 1. Third baseman at .260 on the year with 5 homers and 10 runs batted in. Lefty to lefty here as Downs gets the sun and comes set, the 1-0. And the breaking ball just catches a piece of the outside corner to even the count at 1-1. Downs trying to retire 3 straight after the leadoff double by Halton, who had the RBI triple in game 1. Here a swing and a miss. Good fastball over the outside corner. Zawatsky swings right through it in the count 1-2. For Halton, by the way, that was his 7th double of the year. And now the 1-2. Zawatsky takes way low and outside. That'll run things even at 2-2. Fans continuing to file in here at Bethpage Ballpark. A little bit of a late arriving crowd. No surprise here on Long Island, but the stands are packed here tonight, and what will surely be the 3rd pass capacity crowd of the season here at Bethpage Ballpark at 653rd sellout all time. 2-2. Breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 3 call. Zawatsky couldn't believe it, but the strikeout for Downs, his 2nd of the game. And a good job by the left-hander after allowing the leadoff double to strand him at second base. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. To the bottom of the 2nd we go, 1-0 Barnstormers.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
Hey PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free, it takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Lancaster leads Long Island here in the nightcap of a day-night doubleheader, a game scheduled for 9 innings. Game 1 was scheduled for 7, but ended up going 10 before the Barnstormers prevailed 3-2. Terrific crowd on hand here tonight. It's like there was never even a game here during the day. The ballpark staff here does a terrific job in getting this place cleaned up and looking brand new before the gates open for the night game. And really very little time to do that in between, so commendable job by them, of course. Now the fans here ready to rock tonight, and they're looking for some offense from the Ducks. First pitch from Dan Johnson is taken on the inside corner for strike one. First 1,500 fans in attendance tonight took home Ducks rally towels. That's a Let's Go Ducks on them with the Ducks logo. And it's all presented by Academy Mortgage Corp. 0-1. Johnson, a ground ball foul to the first base side. Out of play, and it's 0-2. And following the game, Academy Mortgage Corp also presenting tonight's Grucci Fireworks Extravaganza, which is always a popular treat here on Long Island. It happens every Saturday night here at the Duck Pond. De La Cruz looks in for the sign, gets the pitch he likes. And now is 0-2 to the lefty. Johnson is taken low and inside. Count goes to 1-2. Johnson now at .225 on the year between the Ducks and the Bluefish. 7 homers, 31 runs batted in. Ducks acquiring the former big leaguer in a trade earlier this week with the Bridgeport Bluefish for a player to be named later. Here comes the 1-2 from De La Cruz. And Johnson takes way low and outside, yanked a fastball. So now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mike McDade, the catcher, started to chase after it. And then it got a little bit more than halfway down the third baseline. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm not going to chase after it. And so the bat boy ends up going and retrieving the baseball. 2-2 the count on Johnson. Big time shift for the Barnstormers to the right side here. Like you see in the big leagues. 2-2. Line drive in the air to center field. On the run in is Caleb Gindel, and he'll make the running grab. Nice catch by Gindel, who got a good jump on that liner off the bat of Johnson. So there's the first out of the second inning.
Hitting in the fifth position for your Long Island Ducks is the third baseman, number 2, Cody Puckett.
Lots of fans down here on the lower concourse behind home plate saying hello to Quackerjack, meeting Long Island's best mascot 6 years running. As part of the Long Island Press Best of Long Island Awards. First pitch on the way to Cody Puckett, and he takes a fastball inside, ball 1. Puckett at .290 on the year, 5 homers, 29 runs batted in. Again, has missed the last 2 games coming into tonight. Kevin Bias giving him some extra rest as he continues to recover from a hamstring injury. 1-0, and this one tapped on the ground weakly up the third base line, rolling. It's going to be a fair ball, and it gets past the third base bag. Puckett around first, but he's going to hold on right there. Zawatsky fires it back in. And the Ducks don't want to push it with Puckett there. Would have been a close play at second. He would have really had to bust it to have any sort of chance. But he'll take the infield single, and there's the first hit of the night for Long Island.
Long Island catcher, number 29.
So Cody Puckett is on with the 1-out single. And that'll bring up the catcher and 6-hitter Mike Dowd, who also has not played the last 2 games. Had the night off last night and the first game today, but no injury news of note there. Digs in from the right side. And the first pitch on the way from Kelvin De La Cruz. Dowd takes outside for ball one. Usually in a day-night doubleheader, you'll see one guy catch the opener and the other the night game. And that was the case as Mike Blank caught game one, Mike Dowd game two. And usually you see Mike Blank end up catching John Brownell too, who pitched here last night. So that's why Blank was behind the plate last night. 1-0. Dowd a high line drive into left field. Going back is Whitaker. This is going to be over his head and one hop off the wall. Puckett on his way to third. Kevin Baez will give him the stop sign there. And in at second base with the double is Mike Dowd. So Dowd in the lineup tonight, and he picks up a big double over the head of Whitaker in a left. Long Island set up second and third with only one out. And up to the plate is going to step the DH, Mike Blank.
Hitting in the seventh position, the designated hitter, number 21, Mike Blank, number 21.
So here is Blank to the plate from the right side. Dowd will lead from second, and Puckett from third with one away. Kelvin De La Cruz in a pickle here. Gets the sign and comes set. First pitch on the way to Blank, and that will be swung on and fouled off at the plate. Blank ready to hack first pitch. And the count 0-1. Mike Blank at .252 on the year, 5 homers, 23 runs batted in. His 5th homer tied the ball game up. In the bottom of the 7th inning in game 1, which was a scheduled 7-inning game, and sent it to extras before Lancaster ended up winning. He almost won it later on in the 9th. The 0-1, swung on and grounded here to the left side in the hole, picked up by the third baseman Zawatsky. His throw to first in time for the out, but in to score from third is Cody Puckett. An RBI ground out from Mike Blank, and we are tied up at 1 apiece. So give Blank the run batted in. On the ground out to third, Puckett the run scored, and we are all tied up at 1.
Matt Wessinger, number 17.
So, for Mike Blank, RBI number 24. And for Cody Puckett, his 32nd run. Here is Matt Wessinger, the shortstop, batting from the right side as Dowd leads at second with 2 away. Kelvin De La Cruz stepped off the rubber, and now we'll go through the signs yet again with his catcher, Mike McDade. Now another long look in, and time is called. So McDade is going to head out to the mound to go over the signs with De La Cruz. Again, this is the left-hander's first start as a member of the Barnstormers. Was playing with Lancaster's rival, the York Revolution. Earlier this season, made 10 appearances, 9 of them starts with the Revolution, And was 3-6 there with a 5.21 ERA. Got off to a great start, but has really struggled since. First pitch here to Matt Wessinger. He takes a fastball strike over the inside corner, 0-1. First 4 starts of the year, De La Cruz was 3-1 and allowed just 3 runs in 17 innings of work. Since then has been quite the different story and has yet to win a game. In the 6 appearances he has made since, all of them starts. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. Wessinger cutting through a breaking ball down and in, and it's 0-2. For De La Cruz in his last 6 starts, has compiled an ERA of 7.18, allowing 29 runs, 25 earned, and 31 in the 3rd innings. Dowd leads at second with 2 outs, and the count 0-2. Pitch on the way, breaking ball. Wessinger takes down and in. That runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Long Island has tied the game at 1. Each team now with 1 run. The Ducks with 2 hits, while the Barnstormers have 3. Here's the 0-2. Fastball misses down in the zone. That will even things up at 2-2. Anthony Vega waiting on deck from the left side, hoping to get an opportunity here. In this bottom of the 2nd inning, Ducks on an RBI groundout from Mike Blank, who has driven in all 3 runs for Long Island here in the doubleheader today, combined between the 2 games. Dowd takes his lead. De La Cruz from the stretch. 2-2. Ground ball hit to the left side. The shortstop Aaron's backing up field. The long throw, and it's just in time to get Wessinger by a step for the final out of the inning. Ducks scratch out a run to tie the game. They get 1 on 2 hits. No errors and a runner left on base. We've played 2 here on a beautiful Saturday evening. It is the Ducks and the Barnstormers tied at 1.
Hey fans, it's infielder Sean Burrows, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the park night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
To the third inning we go. Long Island Ducks, Lancaster Barnstormers even up at 1 apiece. And as we head to inning number 3, it'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters for the Barnstormers, Justin Jackson, Caleb Gindle, and Kevin Aarons against Aaron Downs. And Ducks fans, there's no better time than right now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life at the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. First pitch here is taken by Jackson for a strike, 0-1. Children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member of the Kids Club. 0-1. That one misses down and in, even the count at 1-1. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or call 631-940-3825. Jackson at 240 on the year, no homers or runs batted in. Here's the 1-1. There's a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Jackson, like Dan Johnson, is a two-way player for the Barnstormers. He has only batted in 8 games, 6 for 25 on the year, but can also pitch for the Barnstormers, so it gives you a little bit of both. And here, Downs just misses a little bit low with a fastball. And that will even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jackson, as a pitcher, this season has appeared in 8 games, no record, an 8.49 ERA. 2-2, broken back, ground ball to short. Picked up on a hop by Wessinger and his throw to first in time. So Jackson retired, and there's the first out here in this third inning. So with one away, the center fielder Caleb Gindle will step up to the plate as he bats from the left side. Gindle with a ground out to third, his first time up back in the opening inning, leading off the game. So Gindle digs in this lefty-lefty matchup. Downs looks in for the sign, working out of the stretch like he always does. And his first pitch is a fastball taken upstairs for a ball 1. Downs spent much of his year of his career as a reliever. And so being a reliever for so many years during the course of his career, just natural that he's worked out of the stretch. As here he misses high and in tight with a fastball. It's 2-0. Gindle in game 1 of the doubleheader today was sitting in the 3 spot, went 0 for 4 with a walk at the plate. Downs comes set, 2-0, and another fastball that misses up and out of the zone. He's behind on Gindle at 3 balls and no strikes. One more out of the zone would put Gindle on with 1 out, and Kevin Aarons waiting in the on-deck circle. Downs comes set, and the 3-0. Slashed to third and caught on a line drive by Cody Puckett. What a break for the Ducks. Not only was it a hard hit ball, but Puckett made a nice play on it. But Caleb Gindel swinging at a 3-0 pitch that looked like it was up and out of the zone. I might have drawn a 4-pitch walk, and it's not often you see batters swing away at 3-0, but got the pitch he wanted to hit, it looked like, and hit it hard. Just hit it right at third base, and Puckett had to range a little bit to his left to make the catch on the hard hit baseball. So there's the second out of the inning. And up to the plate is the shortstop, Kevin Ahrens, who singled his first time up. Down set, first pitch. And a breaking ball hits the inside corner at the knees for strike one. Ahrens had singled to right, eventually stole second base, and that was big because he was able to come home on the RBI single to right with 2 outs from Josh Bell. 0-1. Ahrens a swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch down and in by Downs. Quickly ahead at 0-2, looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. 1-1 ball game, top of the third here at Bethpage Ballpark. Downs gets the sign from Dowd. And the 0-2 on the way. Swung on and fisted foul, first base side, up into the sweet level out of play. Do it again at 0-2. With the righty hitter at the plate, and Ahrens, the second baseman, Gotay shades up the middle. The third baseman, Puckett, plays close to the line. Downs gets the sign and comes set. And the 0-2 on the way once again. Misses low and inside. With the fastball cut down and in. Now 1-2. Downs ready to go. Ahrens digs into the batter's box. Here's the 1-2 offering. It is just low. Off-speed pitch that Downs thought he had strike three, and most of the infield did too. Did not get the call, though. Ahrens was 1 of 5 in the opening game of the doubleheader today. A single in the 7th. That was it. A 2-2 now. Swung and hit on the ground to the left side. Backhanded by Wessinger. The long throw, and it's right on the money. Good play by Wessinger. And Darren Downs has his first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. 2.5 complete on this Saturday night. 1-1 the score.
Hey, fan, this is outfielder Delta Clear Jr. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Well, Ducks fans, when Kevin Ahrens grounded out to shortstop to end the top half of the third inning, that was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com. 1-1 the score between the Ducks and the Barnstormers as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. Darren Downs with a 1-2-3 top half of the inning. And for Long Island, they will send the 9-1 and 2 hitters to the plate. Vega, Cleary Jr., Vega, Lentini, and then Cleary Jr. in that order. So the series tied at a game apiece. Ducks are 4-1 here on the homestand, a place where they have gone 20-8 thus far this season, best home record in the Atlantic League. First pitch to Anthony Vega, squares to bunt, and ends up fouling one off on a pitch over the inside part of the plate. I think Vega's trying to say that it hit his hands, but David Speranza says otherwise, said that it was fouled off his bat.
Speranza goes and checks out the arm of Anthony Vega as he's trying to plead that it ended up hitting off of his arm. So Kevin Baez has now come down from third, and now he is going to talk to Speranza to try and explain it. Now Kevin Baez wants the umpires to discuss, and so they will. Speranza will have a discussion here with Frank Urilli, the third base umpire, and first base umpire Richard Katz. Ducks trainer Donnie Pitchford is out on the top step of the dugout in case Anthony Vega needs to get looked at, and I think he's going to here because Donnie has just come out to check on his left hand that he's shaking out, that he had gotten a hit on his left hand. So Speranza has the discussion. And now Kevin Baez coming back to home plate. Speranza has not made any sort of a call as to whether it was a hit by pitch or a foul ball. And Vega was trying to show Speranza that he had gotten hit on the hand to try and show where the imprint of the baseball or something like that was. But nothing was changed. And so the count is 0-1 on Anthony Vega. And they rule it a foul ball. Vega keeps shaking his head at home plate after talking again with Speranza. So it's 0-1. Here's the pitch from Kelvin De La Cruz. Vega takes inside again. That will even up the count at 1-1 strike. Vega on the year at .288 for Long Island. 2 homers, 26 runs batted in. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a tapper here to first. Couple hops for Casey Hobson. He'll take it to the bag himself. In time for the out, so Vega retired after thinking that he had gotten on a hit by pitch. And instead it's the first out of the third inning.
Back to the top of the order for your Long Island Ducks with the right fielder. Number 22.
So up to the plate is going to step Phelan Lentini, the leadoff hitter who grounded out to short. Lentini stepping in from the right side. He is looking to get going at the plate here in this series. It's been a tough go of it for him thus far. First pitch, and a breaking ball taken inside for ball 1. Last night had a good game, 2 for 4 with an RBI, a run, and a stolen base, but today 0 for 5 in the opening game. And 0 for 1 now here in the nightcap. De La Cruz kicks, fires to the plate, and Lentini hits a ground ball at the third base line. It'll kick foul. Now we're leaving the count at 1-1. Well, we mentioned De La Cruz started against the Ducks back on June 8th when he was with the Revolution. That was at Peoples Bank Park in York, Pennsylvania. And an 11-7 win. He took a no decision, giving up 6 runs on 8 hits in 4 1/3 innings, 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Would have gotten the win had he lasted 5. 1-1, swing and a foul tip at home plate into the glove of McDade. And the count will run to 1-2 on Lentini. But ultimately, De La Cruz was running into trouble. The Ducks were storming back in that game, and Mark Mason, the manager of the Revs, didn't want it to get any closer, and so he went to his bullpen. Here comes a 1-2. De La Cruz winds and fires, and Lentini swings and misses for strike 3. But a tough day for Lentini continues. For De La Cruz, his second strikeout of the night.
Center fielder number 5. Delta Cleary Jr.
And with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to the center fielder, Delta Cleary Jr. So here's the switch hitting center fielder, Delta Cleary Jr. from the right side. De La Cruz gets the sign, and the first pitch is a fastball taken downstairs for ball 1. De La Cruz is 27 years old, out of La Vega in the Dominican Republic, 6'5", 190 pounds. Last year spent time with Somerset, 8 games for the Patriots. Allowed 2 runs in 8 1/3 innings of work. And here Cleary Jr. hits a fly ball in the air to shallow right center. Long run for Caleb Gindle. And he's able to make the catch in shallow right center for the final out of the inning. So like downs in the top half, Kelvin De La Cruz tosses a 1-2-3 bottom half of the third inning. We head to the fourth here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks and the Stormers tied at 1.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. To the fourth inning we go here at Bethpage Ballpark. Long Island Ducks currently behind by a count of currently tied, 1-1 with the Lancaster Barnstormers here in the nightcap of this day-night doubleheader. At the plate is Josh Whitaker. And here in the fourth inning, it's also time for our fourth inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. First pitch on the way, it misses high and outside for ball one. Whitaker a strikeout his first time up. That was back in the opening inning. Downs has retired 6 in a row after the leadoff double by Halton in the second, and here misses outside. And quickly behind now at 2 balls and no strikes. Kelvin De La Cruz, the starter tonight for the Lancaster Barnstormers. Pitched over the winter in the Dominican Winter League in his home country. As here Downs gets a strike on the inside corner knee high. Whitaker again does not like the call. It's 2-1. Pitch with Águilas Cibaeñas in the Dominican Winter League, and while there he was teammates with a member of the 2015 Long Island Ducks. Swing and a miss here by Whitaker for strike 2. The question, who was that teammate of his with Águilas Cibaeñas that was with the Long Island Ducks last year? We'll let you think about it, and we'll give you the answer on the bottom half of this inning. 2-2, ripped on the ground to third, right through the legs of Cody Puckett and into shallow left field, and that's going to be an error that allows Whitaker to get on. First error of the ball game. And so Whitaker is on at first base with nobody out for Lancaster.
Josh Bell, number 29.
So we go to we have a runner at first with nobody out here in the top of the fourth after Cody Puckett's error. First pitch here is a fastball that misses up high. And the count goes to 1-0 on Bell. For Cody Puckett, that will go down as his 9th error of the season. Pitch here is a high fly ball to deep left center field. Vega and Cleary Jr. racing back into the gap, and it's going to be Cleary Jr. who reaches up and makes the catch on the warning track, it looks like, in left center field. And a long, loud first out here in the fourth inning. Josh Bell flirting with his second home run of the day and nearly hit it out. But it ends up going down as a fly out, and that is the first out here in the fourth inning. So with the one away, that'll bring up Sean Halton to the plate. Halton will bat from the right side. From the stretch, first pitch. That fastball misses way up and outside for ball one. From the Ducks left-hander Darren Downs. Halton now hitting .270 on the season after his double earlier in the ball game. Downs comes set, kicks and fires, and the 1-0 misses low and inside. That'll run the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Halton in game 1 today, again a late addition to the lineup, was 2 for 4 at the plate with a run batted in, had the triple, as well as a single and a walk. Righty batter against the lefty pitcher, 2-0. That fastball is on the inside corner for a called strike, 2-1. Cody Puckett right along the line here at third base, preventing against the double, the 2-1. Ground ball again up the third base line. This one will go foul, though, to the Barnstormer dugout. Evens things up at 2-2. Packed house here tonight, and witnessing a tight ball game, 1-1 the score. Runner at first with 1 out. That'll be another 2-ball, 2-strike pitch coming here to Sean Halton. Downs, kicks, and fires, and Halton takes a fastball up high. Runs the count full at 3-2. And with 1 out, we'll see if Whitaker takes off from first base. Doesn't have a ton of speed, so I'm not sure if Butch Hobson will send him. Halton was the K-man last night and ended up obliging, giving fans some free breadsticks from Pizza Hut. 3-2 runner has to retreat to first base as Downs throws over to check on him. So unable to attempt taking second base was Whitaker there. And now Downs will focus back into home plate. Here comes a 3-2. Runner does go, and the pitch on the way swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Halton is down on strikes. To second base on the steal goes Whitaker.
Another strikeout, another K.
Second steal of the ball game against Dowd. And now runner at second base with 2 outs for Casey Hobson. Third strikeout for Downs. And here is Hobson, who popped us short his first time up. First pitch coming up. Downs kicks and fires. Hobson a swing and a miss for strike 1. For Josh Whitaker, his 5th steal of the year in 6 attempts. Joining Aarons in the stolen base department in this ball game. I thought initially that one might have been fouled off since Dowd didn't come up with it cleanly, but it was a ball down in the dirt that he swung and missed. No chance for Dowd to get the out at second. 0-1. Breaking ball here, misses down low. And Hobson does not chase. That'll even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Just 5 hits between the two teams, 3 for Lancaster, 2 for the Ducks, and the score tied up at 1. Whitaker takes his lead at second base. 1-1 pitch. Hobson swings and grounds one foul at the third base line right to DJ Boston, who is coaching for the Barnstormers at third. Sometimes we see him there. Sometimes we see Butch Hobson there. But it is Boston there right now in the count of 1-2. Downs gets the sign and comes set. His 1-2 is down in the dirt, blocked there by Dowd. Keeps the runner at second base to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Downs making his 3rd start of the year against the Barnstormers, and earlier this season, back on May 3rd, just 1 hit and 1 unearned run against Lancaster. He did walk 4, but struck out 7, which at the time was a season high. He's since gone on to strike out 8 once and 11 twice. 2-2. Missed with a breaking ball down and away. That'll run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Entering tonight's Darren Downs, 62 strikeouts, 5 behind Jack Snodgrass for the Atlantic League lead. So now with 3, he is just 2 behind the league lead in strikeouts. Those two have been going back and forth atop the league. Here comes a 3-2 with 2 out. The kick and the pitch on the way is swung on a line foul down the right field line by Hobson. Trying for the double down the line. That would have plated Whitaker and put Lancaster in front once again. But instead it goes foul, and we'll do it yet again at 3-2. Downs trying to dig deep and get Casey Hobson out to avoid letting the error that opened the inning come back to bite him. Another 3-2, and Hobson swings, fists one out in the air to short. Right there is Matt Wessinger. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. So the error by Cody Puckett does not come back to bite the Ducks. No runs, 1 left on base, and no hits in the inning as well. Through 3.5 here at Bethpage Ballpark, Ducks still in front, or still tied with the Barnstormers, 1-1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Darren Downs, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up. It's gone! Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, it is time for the answer to our 4th inning trivia question as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. We gave you the question in the top half of the inning. Kelvin De La Cruz, during the winter, was a member of Águilas Cibaeñas in the Dominican Winter League, and we wanted to know which member of last year's Long Island Ducks team that he was teammates with. And the answer was Donnie Veal. Donnie Veal last year was teammates with Kelvin De La Cruz there, 1.69 ERA in 17 games as a lefty specialist for Águilas Cibaeñas. Kelvin De La Cruz only made 2 appearances, though, 1 inning total, as this pitch misses inside for ball 1 to Ruben Gotay. Sean Bierman, who was teammates last year with Kelvin De La Cruz with Somerset, was also a member of that team. Gotay here, a half swing. He went around. Pretty obvious to us to tell, but David Speranza made it official. And so the count even at 1-1 on Gotay, who in his first at-bat popped out foul the first. Was 3 for 5 in the opening game of the doubleheader. All 3 hit singles. The 1-1 here is chopped on the ground foul to the third base dugout. And so the count 1-2. But the biggest at-bat of the game for Gotay came when he got to the plate in the bottom of the 10th with 2nd and 3rd and 2 out. They flew out to center field to end the ball game and give the Barnstormers the 3-2 win. Now the 1-2 pitch on the way. Gotay takes a fastball down low. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We Gotay, Johnson, and Puckett, 3, 4, and 5 in the order for the Ducks, looking to break the 1-1 tie. 2-2 on the way. De La Cruz kicks and fires, and this one swung on and missed, strike 3. Good fastball over the inside corner. Gotay cuts through it. 3rd strikeout for De La Cruz, and there's the first out here in the 4th inning. So the left-hander looking pretty good here thus far. He's allowed just 2 base runners over the first 3 1/3 innings. A single by Puckett, the infield base hit, the double by Dowd, and of course the RBI by Mike Blank on the ground out. So one away here is Johnson from the left side. First pitch, and he will take downstairs for ball 1. Johnson, a fly out to center field in his first at bat, was 0 for 1 in the opening game of the doubleheader. 1-0. Ground ball foul, first base side. And it's 1-1. Johnson also reached on a catcher's interference, in which his bat made contact with Charlie Cutler's glove. And drew 2 walks, scored a run in the 7th inning on the home run by Mike Blank. So the count is 1-1 on the lefty Johnson. The left-hander De La Cruz Deals to the plate, and Johnson takes upstairs on a changeup. Again, the big shift. The second baseman, Justin Jackson, playing in shallow right field. The shortstop, Kevin Aarons, on the first base side of second. And the third baseman, Lance Sawatsky, over on the left side of the infield, as this one is fouled off, third base side out of play. And it's 2-2. And you wonder if that's in the head at all of Dan Johnson. The Bees did not shift at all like that when Johnson came to the plate. Now, granted, Johnson also had a big series with 2 homers, drew several walks. And here the Barnstormers employing the shift like you see in the big leagues. Here's the 2-2. Johnson takes a fastball low and outside. That'll run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here in the Atlantic League and in most of the minor leagues, you don't really see those spray charts and not the advanced statistics like you see in the big leagues, all the sabermetricians. And so therefore you don't really see as many shifts like you do. 3-2. Johnson chases down in the zone, swings and misses for strike 3. And Kelvin De La Cruz has his 4th strikeout of the night. 2 quick outs here for the Barnstormers in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Cody Puckett, number 2.
So the Ducks offense having trouble getting going again here early in the ball game against the left-hander Kelvin De La Cruz. Now, granted, Long Island's offense has done a great job of late getting runs late in games, but you don't want to have struggles at the beginning each night out and constantly put yourself behind. The score tied, though, here as Cody Puckett takes down low for ball 1. Puckett playing in his first action of this series here in game 2 of the doubleheader today. An infield single his first time up in the second. A ground ball that just stayed fair along the third base line. 1-0. He swings and chops one on the ground again up the third base line. This time it'll kick foul, though. And that will even things up at 1-1. So Puckett will make his way back to home plate. Mike McDade waiting there with the bat. Count even up at a ball and a strike as De La Cruz looks for his second straight 1-2-3 inning. Since the double by Dowd, he has now retired 7 in a row. 1-1. Breaking ball, a check swing. Puckett able to hold up and runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Ducks did not lead at any point during the day game today. And yesterday didn't get their first lead until the 7th inning. 2-1. Line drive over first, but foul down the right field line. Puckett looking to shoot a double down the line, just missed. Looked like it was jammed a little bit on the pitch. So the count is 2-2. And De La Cruz a strike away from striking out the side here in the 4th. Infield playing, for the most part, straight away. The third baseman plays much closer to the line. Here's the 2-2. Puckett a line drive towards third, and it is caught in foul territory by the third baseman, Lance Sawatsky. And the side retired. So the Ducks go in order in the 4th inning. We will head to the 5th. Good pitchers duel going on right now between the Southpaws. 1-1 after 4.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Patrick Kreider, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolap patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the exclusive Trouttown Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trouttown Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience awaits.
On to inning number 5 here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks and the Barnstormers in a pitcher's duel. Neither side has plated more than one run, neither side getting a hit in either the third or the fourth inning. And so we go to the 5th, tied up at 1. Michael Pollock here bringing you all the action. Thanks so much for tuning in here on the Ducks flagship radio station, 103.9 FM LI News Radio, and online via the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball. And Ducks fans, chill out all summer long with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet iced coffee available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee, the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or visit their cafes in the Hamptons. First pitch coming up to Mike McDade. Swing and a miss. Good fastball down in the zone from Darren Downs. And the count goes to 0-1. Here's the 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball is taken low and inside to even up the count at a ball and a strike. McDade a fly out to right his first time up. So he has gone 0 for 5 in the 2 games of the doubleheader today, taking an 0 for 4 in game 1. 1-1 from Downs. There's a breaking ball strike. Good pitch from the left-hander. Got McDade looking in the count 1-2. Ruben Gotay shaded up the middle at second. Cody Puckett along the line at third for the switch hitter from the right side. 1-2, and a swing and a miss, strike 3. Another good curveball from Darren Downs. Picks up strikeout number 4 on the evening. And there's the first out here in the 5th. Well, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, get you caught up around the Atlantic League. Other teams all in action now after nobody was playing earlier today. Here in the bottom of the 2nd inning in Bridgewater, New Jersey, Somerset Patriots leading the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 2-1. Somerset going with the former big leaguer Donovan Hand against Southern Maryland lefty Scott Snodgrass. Breaking ball here misses outside for ball 1. Somerset getting 2 RBIs thus far from Brad Snyder, while Southern Maryland has 1 from Zach Wilson. Again, the Patriots leading 2-1. Ducks and the Pats tied in the standings right now, first in the Liberty Division. Here's the 1-0, and Zawatsky a foul ball back behind the plate upstairs. That'll leave in the count at 1-1 strike. New Britain Bees hosting the Sugarland Skeeters. That game tied up at 1, bottom half of the 5th inning. Former Patriot Roy Merritt starting for Sugarland, while Josh Outman gets the ball for New Britain. 1-1, and Zawatsky takes a fastball that just missed inside for ball 2. John Griffin, the former Duck, has driven in a run for the Bees, while scoring the only run for Sugarland was Jeremy Barfield. 2-1 pitch. Zawatsky takes a breaking ball strike on the outside corner. And that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zawatsky a strikeout looking his first time up to end the 2nd inning. And strand a runner at second base. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a tapper, foul to the first base side of the plate. We'll do it again. And in York, Pennsylvania, the Bluefish have a 4-1 lead over the York Revolution top half of the 4th inning. Tony Pena for York, DJ Mitchell for Bridgeport, the 2 starters tonight. Bluefish have RBIs thus far from Wellington Dotel, Jonathan Galvez, and Adron Chambers. York with an RBI thus far from Telvin Nash. Here's the 2-2. Downs deals. Zawatsky is swinging a miss, strike 3, chasing a slider down and away. So Downs has now tied his teammate Jack Snodgrass for the Atlantic League lead in strikeouts. He's got 5 in the game, 67 on the season. Now with 2 down to the bases empty, that will leave it up to Justin Jackson. Major League scoreboard, it was the New York Yankees winning earlier today 7-6 up in Minnesota against the Twins. Andrew Miller, the win, improved to 4-0. The loss went to Abad of the Twins. That is Fernando Abad, who falls to 1-1. Here, a fly ball to center. Delta Cleary Jr. makes the catch on the line drive for the final out of the inning. And Aroldis Chapman had his 13th save of the year for the Yankees. Barnstormers go in order in the 5th inning. We will head to the bottom half of the 5th. We're halfway through tonight, all tied up at 1 apiece.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Blank, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, the Trout Town fan can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks and the Barnstormers tied up at 1 apiece. Finishing up on the out-of-town scoreboard, we mentioned the Yankees won by a count of 7-6 earlier today. Yankees getting home runs from Carlos Beltran, his 18th of the year. Alex Rodriguez, his 8th. For the Twins, it was Byung-Ho Park hitting his 12th. Eduardo Escobar, his 2nd, and Kurt Suzuki, his 3rd. Mets and the Braves will get underway tonight at 8:15 at Citi Field. It'll be Steven Matz for the Mets, who is 7-3. And Aaron Blair for the Braves, who is 0-4. And earlier today in Yankee Stadium, it was New York City FC defeating the Philadelphia Union 3-2. Getting goals from Frank Lampard in the 8th minute, David Villa in the 21st minute, and Andrea Pirlo in the 50th minute. First pitch to Mike Dowd, cut on and missed, and the count goes to 0-1. Dowd, the catcher and 6-hitter for Long Island, doubled his first time up back in the 2nd inning. 8 straight have been retired by Kelvin De La Cruz after the double by Dowd back in the 2nd inning. The 0-1, swung on and popped up here to the shallow right field. Justin Jackson, the second baseman, out. The right fielder coming in, and Jackson ends up making the catch in front of the right fielder Halton for the first out of the inning.
Designated hitter, number 21, Mike Blank.
So Dowd retired on the first pitch he sees. And Jackson looked like he had the best beat on it. Halton then came in. I thought Jackson was going to give away, but Jackson ended up making the catch, shooting to his right at the last minute. So 1 out and the base is empty. 9 in a row now retired. And here is Mike Blank, who drove in a run back in the 2nd with an RBI ground out. And here a swing and a miss. A breaking ball down and in runs the count to 0-1. Blank in the first game was just 1 of 4, but the one hit was a big one, a 2-run home run left in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tied up the ball game, 2 apiece and forced extra innings. The 0-1, the fastball striking the outside corner. De La Cruz throwing strikes, he's quickly in front, 0-2. And Blank nearly won the game a couple innings later with 2 on and nobody out. Shot a ball down the left field line that just went foul to the left of the chalk. 0-2, fouled straight back to the screen. Ducks had several chances where they were just a little bit off. That line drive down the left field line that Blank just missed. The T. Cody single to right, in which Gotay tried to score on the play and was thrown out at the plate earlier in the game, where the Ducks tried to score on a foul pump down the first base line, caught in the stands, but T. Cody was thrown out at the plate. 0-2, check swing taken low by Blank. And now it is 1-2. So the Ducks came oh so close to winning game 1. It would have been their 6th win in a row, but ultimately the Josh Bell home run in the top of the 10th proved to be the difference. The 1-2 now, way outside. Change up that missed outside, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Blank. Ducks still with just 2 base runners in this game through the first 4 1/3 innings. Well, Lancaster hasn't had many either. 2-2. Breaking ball misses up high. And Blank now in front at 3 balls and 2 strikes. De La Cruz thus far has thrown a total of 56 pitches, 36 for strikes, has been very efficient in this game. A good first start for him in a Barnstormers uniform thus far. Payoff pitch on the way, and Blank swings and grounds it foul at the plate. A big hack, just got a little piece to stay alive. We'll do it again at 3-2. Infield straight away for Blank as he will step back into the batter's box. De La Cruz looks in for the signs from McDade. And another payoff pitch on the way from the lefty. Blank swings and fouls one off. First base side out of play. And we'll do it yet again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Terrific crowd on hand tonight. Third sold-out crowd of the season. Blank asks for time here. Every seat filled here tonight. And the payoff on the way to Blank again is swung on and tapped up the third baseline foul. Another tough pitch. Able to fight one off to stay alive, and we'll do it yet again at 3-2. Ducks always right near the top in the Atlantic League in attendance. And tonight, the first Saturday night with schools basically over now. Families can come out and enjoy a lovely evening ball game. And they've seen a pretty tight one thus far from the Ducks and the Barnstormers. Payoff, and Blank checks a swing on a ball down low. They appeal the first, and Richard Katz said that Blank went around for strike 3. So De La Cruz picking up his 5th strikeout of the night. Blank goes down swinging. And with 2 outs, that's going to leave it up to the shortstop, Matt Wessinger. The Ducks still with just 2 hits. Here is Wessinger from the right side. First pitch, and he swings, and it's a high fly ball to deep left center field. Caleb Gindel on his horse, racing back into the gap, and he makes the catch. Wessinger hit that ball right on the button. But Caleb Gindel got a good jump, able to make the catch, and the Ducks go in order again in the 5th inning. It is now 11 straight retired by De La Cruz, 5 complete here tonight, and the Ducks and the Barnstormers remain tied at 1.
Hey fans, this is relief pitcher Bruce Kern, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Hey PSEG Long Island customers, want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free, it takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.psegliny.com/savemoney.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Sixth inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks and the Barnstormers remain tied up at 1 apiece. Ducks fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. First pitch from Darren Downs, misses for ball 1 to Caleb Gindel, the leadoff hitter. Gindel from the left side, he is 0 for 2 tonight. Darren Downs in his 6th inning of work. And a 1-0 on the way. Gindel swings and slashes one foul to the third base side out of play, 1-1. Thus far, Downs has thrown 77 pitches, 46 for strikes, not too bad at all. Here comes the 1-1, kicking the pitch, swinging a fly ball to center, fairly well hit. Back goes Delta Cleary Jr. on his horse. It's over his head. One hop and over the wall for a ground rule double. So Caleb Gindel with a deep shot to center field, and despite Cleary Jr.'s great speed, could not catch up to it. And Gindel has himself a leadoff double, the first hit for either side since way, way back in the second inning. Neither side got a hit in the third, fourth, or fifth innings. And so a base hit here for Caleb Gindle, a double to open up inning number 6 against Darren Downs. 1 on, nobody out. That'll bring up the shortstop, Kevin Ahrens. First pitch, and this is down and in. It hit him. A breaking ball looked like down and in, and it caught Kevin Ahrens on the foot. There's the first hit batter of the ball game as Ahrens will make his way down to first. Gindle thought the ball had kicked away, and so he started to make his way to third, but ultimately has to retreat back. So now Downs in trouble with 2 on and nobody out. And with 2 on and no out, up to the plate is going to step the left fielder, Josh Whitaker, who is going to bat from the right side. And Whitaker tonight, 0 for 2, a strikeout, and reached on an error. First pitch on the way, Whitaker takes just off the outside corner for ball 1. We'll see if Downs can get himself out of this pickle. 4 hits now for Lancaster in this game. From the stretch to 1-0, and Whitaker fouls this one straight back to the screen. That will even things up at a ball and a strike. Whitaker did steal a base his last time that he reached base in the 4th inning. Stole second but was stranded there. On a fly out, a strikeout, and a pop out. For Gindle, by the way, that was his 16th double of the year. And the 1-1. Breaking ball misses down low in the zone for ball 2. 16 doubles. Good for second in the Atlantic League. One behind his teammate Josh Whitaker, who has 17 for the Barnstormers. 2-1. High pop-up in the air to shallow center. Delta Cleary Jr. started in, now moves back a little bit. He'll make the catch. Gindle bluffs, but nothing doing there. A good throw in from Cleary Jr. to Matt Wessinger. And Whitaker, none too happy after that fly ball, slammed his bat into the ground. Now he will take it with him back to the third base dugout. So Whitaker retired for the first out. And that is going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Josh Bell. Big batter here in the ballgame. We know what Bell has done against Long Island in this series and this season. Coming into play today, Bell was hitting .304 against the Ducks, 7 of 23. Had the home run in game 1, as this one misses down and in, and it skips past Dowd. And goes all the way back to the backstop, and on the wild pitch, that'll move up the runners. So now runners at second and third for the Barnstormers, and only 1 out. And now a fly ball from Bell could get a run in. Bell in this game, an RBI single to right back in the first inning. And then a fly out to left in the 4th. So Downs with his first wild pitch of the night. Puts runners at second and third with only 1 away. Here a breaking ball just misses low. And the count goes to 2-0. I'm sure they're going to be very careful here with Bell. Infield is in all the way around. I don't think they'll intentionally walk him, but maybe an unintentional walk with first base open. Here's the 2-0. Well, Downs delivers a strike. Good pitch there, so he's challenging Bell. Has the count now at 2-1. Barnstormers and the Ducks tied at 1. Lancaster with 2 in scoring position and 1 out. The 2-1 pitch. Bell takes a fastball that just missed the inside corner. Close pitch, just missed. Marty Jansen asking where the pitch was. David Speranza saying it was inside. So now 3 balls and a strike. Good hitter's count here for Josh Bell. Downs kicks and delivers. Bell will swing a ground ball to the left side, past the diving try of Matt Wessinger and into left field. In to score from third base is Gindle. Ahrens moves to third. The RBI single through the drawn-in infield by Josh Bell. And the Barnstormers have the lead back at 2-1. That's the negative of having the infield drawn in. Wessinger had to try and make the diving stop a bit. Wasn't hit all that hard, but hard enough to get past him. And so instead of taking the out for the run, the Barnstormers get the run anyway. And the out not made. And so now runners at first and third with 1 away. As Bell has his second RBI in the game. And up to the plate steps Sean Halton. from the stretch. First pitch from Downs. And the fastball hits the outside corner for strike one. Halton tonight is 1 for 2. He had doubled to left back in the second inning and struck out in the fourth. Bell now with 35 RBIs on the season, with 2 here in the game. A throw over to first and back safely there is Bell. And the lead at 2-1 right now, but seemingly looks a little bit larger with the fact that the Ducks offense has not been able to get much of anything going against Kelvin De La Cruz. 11 in a row retired, just 1 run on 2 hits. And here halted a swing and a miss, good fastball inside corner. And the count 0-2, but again, as we've mentioned before, the Ducks of late have had a tendency to score late in games. They really haven't been doing much over the first 6 innings, but after the 6th is when they really start to get the offense grooving. Runners lead from the corners, and the 0-2 from Downs is swung on and lined into right field. Lantini moving to his left, makes the catch. Tagging from third, heading home is Kevin Aarons. He will score without a play. It's a sac fly and an RBI to right for Sean Halton, and the Barnstormer lead is now 3-1. So Lantini, who has a good arm in right, doesn't think he has a play on Aarons coming home. He is able to score. So for Aarons, his second run of the night and his 29th of the season. And for Halton, RBI number 15 on the year as he picks up his second sacrifice fly. So 2 down now and a runner at first base, and that is going to leave it up to the first baseman Casey Hobson, son of manager Butch Hobson, who was released by Toronto earlier this year. First pitch. The fastball hits the outside corner for strike one. Hobson 0 for 2 in the game with a pair of pop-ups to the shortstop Matt Wessinger. Downs looks in for the sign, gets the pitch he likes in this lefty-lefty matchup. 0-1. And a swing and a miss by Hobson as he chases down in the zone. Quickly runs the count to 0-2. And Downs trying to get out of the 6th inning with any further trouble being surrendered. 2 runs on 2 hits and a hit batter in the inning. A wild pitch in there as well. Downs now up to 93 pitches on the night. And the Barnstormers have a 2-run advantage at 3-1. Downs gets the sign and comes set. Here comes an 0-2. Kicking a throw over to first. Back safely there at first base is Josh Bell. 2 RBI singles for him, 3 RBIs in the doubleheader. 1 game 1. And now has the Barnstormers in front here in game 2. 0-2. Fastball is on the outside corner, strike 3 call. Good pitch from Downs to get the final out of the inning, but 6 strikeouts now on the night. However, the Barnstormers are able to get 2 runs on 2 hits in the inning. A wild pitch and a hit batter thrown in there as well. No errors, and 1 man left on base. 5.5 complete, and it's now the Barnstormers with a 2-run lead at 3-1.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Dowd, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on in the park night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
To the bottom of the 6th inning we go. Ducks now trailing 3-1 against the Barnstormers. We'll take 5 seconds here for station identification here on LI News Radio.
Because thrown or batted objects during the game may be very, very dangerous.
Michael Pollock here bringing you all the action from Bethpage Ballpark. An RBI single by Josh Bell and a sac fly off the bat of Sean Halton have given the Barnstormers the lead at 3-1. But Downs was able to get out of further trouble. And if his night is done, another quality start from a Ducks starter. The problem is the Ducks offense needs to find a way to get going. They're missing several key pieces, have been winning of late despite that. But the Ducks with just 1 run on 2 hits. Only 2 batters have reached against De La Cruz tonight. And the first pitch misses inside for ball 1, a far cry from when the Ducks had 8 hits and 6 runs against De La Cruz back on June the 8th in New York. Ducks have not had the same success tonight. Anthony Vega at the plate with a ground out to first, his first time up back in the 3rd inning. His only at bat of the game, 1-0, and the slider misses outside. So Vega now with a good hitter's count at 2 balls and no strikes. Vega was 1 for 4 in the opening game of the doubleheader. 2-0 on the way. Taken outside again. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Last night he had 2 hits and 4 at-bats, including an RBI and a run scored, as well as a stolen base. Got the rally that won the game for the Ducks in the 7th inning started with a bunt single past the mound to second. The 3-0 here taken all the way. A fastball strike inside corner. Runs the count to 3-1, and again a good hitter's count here for Vega. I'm sure we'll be ready to hack if he gets a pitch he likes. Line in the offering from De La Cruz, and Vega takes inside, ball 4. So there is a leadoff walk for Anthony Vega that ends a streak of 11 straight retired by Kelvin De La Cruz. And a Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. And after 1 walk, after Kelvin De La Cruz had retired 11 in a row, he walks 1 batter, and out of the dugout comes Butch Hobson. I've never seen anything like it with any other manager except him. The first sign of trouble, and immediately Butch Hobson comes out of the dugout to try and talk to him and calm him down. And he doesn't want to see anything happen to De La Cruz or to the Barnstormers to allow the Ducks to get something going here. The entire infield and the catcher were in for the discussion as well. So a quick job with De La Cruz after the leadoff walk. Just the 3rd batter to reach against Kelvin De La Cruz tonight. And up to the plate steps Phelan Lentini as he looks to get going here in the doubleheader.
Back to the top of the order, we along on the Ducks with the right fielder, number 22. Phelan Lentini, number 22.
So here is Phelan Lentini, who will bat from the right side. Lentini 0 for 2 in this game with a ground out and a strikeout. Again, the Ducks not behind by 2, so you likely won't see any sort of a bunt situation here. First pitch, he does square though, and pops it up, foul behind the plate, upstairs into the front part of the club level. And the count 0-1. That almost looked like an attempt at a bunt single there for Lentini. He fouls it back, 0-1. Again, the 1 run would only bring you to within 3-2, but Lentini does have good speed and just trying to find his way on here. He's 0 for 7, in the doubleheader today. Now the lefty's 0-1. Lentini does not square and hits a fly ball in the air to right. Drifting to his right is Halton. He'll make the catch. Make it 0 for 3 tonight, and there's the first out here in the 6th inning.
Ducks center fielder number 5, Delta Clearing Jr., number 5.
Been a tough day at the office for Long Island's offense. They did get 10 hits in game 1, but only able to scratch out 2 runs, leaving 7 on base. And here tonight, they have left just 1 because they haven't had many on base. Just 2 hits back in the 2nd and the walk here in the 6th. So here's Delta Cleary Jr., who is 0 for 2. Top 4 in the order tonight, a combined 0 for 9. First pitch on the way, Cleary Jr. takes a breaking ball strike over the inside corner, 0-1. In recent weeks, the Ducks had the ability to potentially look at a Monday and say, okay, well, we know we have an off day coming up, maybe get some rest, especially after a weekend with a doubleheader. That's not the case these next 2 weeks, as the Ducks have games on Mondays in York this coming Monday. Vega goes. Cleary Jr. takes a breaking ball for a strike. The throw to second, not in time. So a stolen base for Anthony Vega, his 10th of the season. And the Ducks with a runner in scoring position. And only one out. But anyway, as we were saying, the Ducks play on Monday. They have a week-long road trip coming up. Starting on Monday, they go 3 to York, 4 in Bridgeport. Come back home for 4 against York, Monday through Thursday, and then 3 against Sugar Land on July 4th weekend. Close out the first half. Vega retreats to second base as De La Cruz stepped off the rubber. Cleary Jr. a strikeout and a fly out to center tonight. 1-1. It's fouled straight back to the backstop behind home plate. The count will go to 1-2. Cleary Jr. was 1 for 5 in the opening game of the doubleheader with a single and picked up his 8th stolen base in 8 attempts this season. Again, he had missed 31 games with a hand injury, suffered on a hit by pitch back on May 10th. But now back in the lineup for Long Island. It'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch coming up. De La Cruz deals, and Cleary Jr. crushes one deep down the left field line, but way foul. Good connection by Cleary Jr., but just out in front. So we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Series finale tomorrow. We'll see Bruce Kern going for the Ducks against Brian Evans of the Barnstormers. 1:35 start. And then, as we mentioned, the Ducks head back onto the road. De La Cruz wants to go through the signs again with Mike McDade. He is at 72 pitches right now, 47 for strikes. Has been very economical tonight. Runner at second with 1 out for the Ducks, and Cleary Jr. will have to step out as he asks for time. And again, De La Cruz has trouble. That's going to summon Mike McDade out to the mound. Those two just unable to get on the same page as to what they want to do on this next pitch. Now they have a quick chat and are ready to go. So Anthony Vega, who drew the walk and stole second, leads at second base with 1 out. Ducks trying to answer right back as the Barnstormers scored 2 in the top half of this inning to take a 3-1 lead. Here's the 1-2 on the way, and Cleary Jr. pops it foul, first base side. This will go back up into the seats, take a big hop, and fall into the hands of a fan. So we will do it yet again at 1-2. Anthony Vega with good speed at second. A base hit here likely makes this a 1-run game. The second baseman Jackson shaded up the middle. 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball, and that is taken a bit above the belt. Leaving the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cleary Jr. 2 for 11 in the series against the New Britain Bees. And the Ducks 3-game sweep after coming back into the lineup on Sunday in Southern Maryland. Here comes a 2-2. Breaking ball, that missed alone outside. That'll run the count full on Cleary Jr. And he is trying to reach base to put the tying runs on for Ruben Gotay, who waits in the on-deck circle. Vega takes his lead off of second base. Not really being held on at all. And now the 3-2 coming up from De La Cruz to Cleary Jr. Kick and the pitch. Cleary Jr. swings and pops this one up to the left side of the infield. It is the shortstop, Kevin Aaron, settling under it. He'll make the catch. Cleary Jr. retired for the 3rd time tonight. And with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to the second baseman, Ruben Gotay.
Ruben Gotay, number 15.
Ducks just haven't really been getting too many hard-hit baseballs in this game against Kelvin De La Cruz. Johnson had the hard line out in the second inning. Dowd had the double to left in the second inning. Since that point, the only other hard hit ball, I think, was that fly out to center by Matt Wessinger last inning. Every other ball was pretty softly hit. So a 2 down here is Gotay to the plate. First pitch. Fouled over the screen, back behind the plate upstairs. And the count 0-1. Gotay 0 for 2. A foul pop to first and a strikeout in his 2 at-bats today. Gotay will dig back in from the right side, at least trying to get home Vega from second. And bring the Ducks to within 1. Here's the 0-1. And Gotay takes down low, scoots past McDade and goes back to the backstop. Vega around third, a big turn. But he will hold on at third base on the wild pitch down in the zone from De La Cruz. So now the Ducks with a runner at third base. And the count even up at 1-1. Each starter now with a wild pitch here tonight. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Gotay. Doesn't matter too much that he gets to third because a fly ball still can't get him in with 2 outs in the inning. But a wild pitch or a pass ball certainly could, as well as an error. 1-1. Gotay is swinging a miss out in front of a breaking ball from De La Cruz. Gotay, who had 3 hits and 5 at-bats in Game 1, is 0 for 2 tonight. Now behind at 1-2 on De La Cruz, who is looking to toss his fourth consecutive scoreless inning. Bottom of the 6th inning, 3-1 Barnstormers in front. Comes set at the belt. And the 1-2 on the way to Ruben Gotay. Swung on and grounded past the mound towards the middle. The shortstop Aarons, though, is there. His throw to first is in time. And the Ducks are unable to dent home plate in the 6th inning. No runs for Long Island, no hit, a walk, and a runner left in scoring position at third base. We head to the 7th here at Bethpage Ballpark, 3-1 in favor of Lancaster.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Jack Snodgrass, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Darren Downs back to the mound for his 7th inning of work tonight. He and the Ducks trail right now 3-1 against this Lancaster Barnstormer team, looking for a sweep of this day-night doubleheader. First pitch here misses down and in for ball 1. Ducks have yet to be swept in a doubleheader this season. They have played 4 before today and have gone 6-2, winning both games of 2 of them and splitting 2 of them. 1-0, McDade, a ground ball towards the middle. Matt Wessinger cannot get it, and it is into left center field for a base hit. Wessinger was shaded towards third base, and so the ground ball here sneaks past him and up the middle. Leadoff base hit for McDade, who is now 1 of 3.
Third base for number 7, Lance Zawatsky, number 7.
So runner at first base, nobody out as the Barnstormers look to add to this 3-1 lead. That'll be the third baseman, Lance Zawatsky, who has struck out twice, coming up to the plate. First pitch from Downs. Fastball misses the outside corner for ball 1. Downs right now has thrown 97 pitches, 58 for strikes, but Kevin Baez wanting him to get through 7 here. The bullpen had to be used pretty much in the first game. At least 4 pitchers worth had to be used, so Baez A little bit of a thinner bullpen here in game 2. 1-0, and that misses upstairs. Downs behind now at 2 balls and no strikes on Zawatsky. He was 1 of 4 with a run scored in the opening game of the doubleheader. A base hit to right back in the 3rd. That started off that rally. Here a fastball in for a called strike. Good pitch that time from Downs. The count 2-1. Justin Jackson waiting in the on-deck circle. Cody Puckett playing in tight at 3rd with the lefty hitter at the plate. Here's the 2-1. Zawatsky a swing and a miss. Cut through the high fastball. Good pitch from Downs. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking for a strikeout here for the first out, or potentially a ground ball to try and turn 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That misses low and outside for ball 3. Fastball yanked down and away. The count is full. And now with the count of 3-2, let's see if Mike McDade takes off for second. He doesn't have a ton of speed, so I'm not sure he will. Downs looks in for the sign as Zawatsky gets set at the plate. Here comes the payoff pitch. McDade does not go, and Zawatsky lines one into right field, a base hit. McDade will stop at second. Zawatsky at first with his first hit of the night, and the 7th for the Barnstormers. And Lancaster threatening to add to this 3-1 lead. They have runners at first and second with nobody out. And out of the dugout comes Kevin Baez.
Congratulations to Luke O'Grady.
So Kevin Baez trying to get another inning out of Darren Downs here in the 7th. Comes up to the top of the mound, and we'll have a discussion here with the entire infield. In for the talk along with the catcher Mike Dowd. And a big moment in the ball game here. The Ducks still within striking distance, down 3-1. But 2 on with nobody out for the Barnstormers, and the 9-hitter and second baseman Justin Jackson coming to the plate. Probably another big reason in sticking with Downs is the bottom of the order. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters combined 0 for 6 coming into the inning. But McDade and Zawatsky have picked up hits. Now here is Jackson, who in the 9 spot, and typically a pitcher, I have to think he will try and bunt to get the runners over. Already is squaring. The first pitch from Downs is bunted out in front of home plate. It is picked up by the first baseman Johnson. His throw to first, and what a great stretch at first base by the second baseman Ruben Gotay to get the out. Johnson and Downs had come together on the first base side of the field, right along the line, and it was a question as to who was going to get it. Johnson ends up making the play, and a great stretch from Gotay to get the out. So the sacrifice successful for Jackson. The put out going 3-4 on the play. And the runners advance as McDade goes to third and Zawatsky to second. So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Here is the lefty hitting Caleb Gindel to the plate, who is 1-for-3 with a double and a run scored tonight. First pitch, and a fastball is in at the knees for a called strike. And the count 0-1. So Lancaster now set up with runners at second and third, 1 out as they look to extend this 3-1 lead. Downs from the stretch. The 0-1. Gindel fouls this one over the screen behind home plate. And now quickly behind it, 0-2. For Jackson, that was his second sacrifice bunt of the year, just the 9th for the Barnstormers. And here an 0-2 slider misses down and away. Gindel would not chase. That's one thing about Caleb Gindel. Does not chase very often, so it is tough for the hitters, or the pitchers, facing him, try and get him to chase out of the zone, and on pitches in the zone, he usually hits him pretty hard. 1-2 here is popped up down the left field line. Long run over for Anthony Vega into foul territory. He'll run out of room, and a great catch made by a fan down the left field line in the front row, reaching his glove out and making the grab. Vega wasn't close, so no way he was going to be able to make the catch. But a nice grab made by the fan, and so the count stays at 1-2 on the lefty hitting Gindel. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, cut on and missed. Strike 3. The ball got away from Dowd. He can't find it. Now does, but it's too late. In to score from third is McDade on the strikeout. And wild pitch from Downs. And it is now a 4-1 lead for the Barnstormers. So a tough break for Long Island. He got the swing and miss for strike 3. But on the wild pitch, scoring from third base was McDade. And advancing to third base was Zawatsky. And so now runner at third base with 2 out in a 3-run ball game. Scratch that quality start from Darren Downs. Kevin Baez takes the baseball from the left-hander. He'll go to the bullpen with the righty hitting Kevin Aarons coming to the plate. First pitching change of the night here at Bethpage Ballpark as the Ducks now trail 4-1.
Hey fans, this is Marty Jansen and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on Earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Well, a tough end to the night for Darren Downs as he had runners at second and third with 1 out. Struck out a very good hitter in Caleb Gindle, but the ball was down in the dirt, and Mike Dowd couldn't handle it. It skipped a little bit away from him, not far away, but he could not find it. And Mike McDade taking a big risk, but he was able to make it home from third on the wild pitch. That puts the Barnstormers in front now by 3 at 4-1. And 4 downs eliminates him from getting a quality start, so he departs with the righty Kevin Aarons coming to the plate as Kevin Baez calls on a right-hander in Nick Struck to set up a righty-righty matchup and try and record the final out of this 7th inning. So Struck will come in to face Aarons, who has singled, grounded to short, and was hit by a pitch and has scored twice in this game against Darren Downs, who cannot get the win tonight, but will try and get a no decision if the offense can come to life and find a way to break through against Kelvin De La Cruz and the Barnstormer pitching staff. First pitch on the way here from Struck, and Aarons takes a big breaking ball that missed a little low. And the count goes to 1-0. So the back-to-back singles to start the inning. And the sac bunt working for the Barnstormers and plating at least one. Now the 1-0 is hit high in the air to deep left. Back goes Vega, and in front of the warning track, he'll have enough room to make the catch for the final out of this 7th inning. Aarons gave it a ride, but not deep enough. And Struck able to get Aarons out for the final out of this 7th inning. 1 run in the inning on 2 hits for the Barnstormers, as well as a wild pitch. No errors, and they leave a runner on base. We have played 6.5, time to stretch. Ducks trailing 4-1. We're going to turn things over now to the Smithtown Elementary School 5th grade chorus for tonight's rendition of God Bless America. Very nice job by the Smithtown Elementary School 5th grade chorus. We'll take a break and come back, bottom of the 7th, after this.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Nick Struck, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 103.9 LI News Radio.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up. It's gone! Great value every time. And the Ducks have won it 7-1. The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Bottom of the 7th inning, the Ducks in need of offense. They have fallen behind now by a count of 4-1 to the Lancaster Barnstormers here in the nightcap of today's day-night doubleheader, a doubleheader in which the Barnstormers took the opening game by a count of 3-2 in 10 innings. And so the Ducks find themselves down by 3, but Kelvin De La Cruz is done after 6 strong innings. Butch Hobson deciding to go to his bullpen to try and record the final 9 outs defensively for Lancaster to earn themselves a sweep of the twin bill. And so now on is right-hander Kevin Munson, the first action that the Ducks will see of him this season, and a terrific start from Kelvin De La Cruz, who is in line to end a 6-game winless streak. He's lost 5 of the last 6 starts he has made. But we know what the Ducks have been doing of late, and that is coming up with offense late in games. And we will see what they can do here against Munson and the Barnstormers bullpen to try and rally back tonight. First pitch to Dan Johnson is a fastball taken upstairs for ball 1. Johnson tonight 0 for 2, and the top 4 in the order for the Ducks combined are 0 for 11 at the plate. From the stretch, here's the 1-0. And Johnson swings and misses, chasing a fastball down low. Leaving up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. For Munson, this is his 5th appearance in a Barnstormer uniform. Was not with the team when the Ducks were last in Lancaster May 31st to June 2nd. And here Johnson lines one to deep left center field. On the run back is Josh Whitaker, but he'll make the catch in front of the scoreboard in left center. So one of the few hard hit balls the Ducks have hit tonight, but it is caught by the left fielder Whitaker and 1 away. For Munson in his 4 appearances, 1-0 record and a 5.40 ERA, has given up a total of 4 runs. Check that, 3 runs, 2 earned on 4 hits in 3 1/3 innings, no walks with 3 strikeouts. First pitch, Cody Puckett takes high and inside and ends up hitting off the glove and carrying off to the third base side. Nobody on base though. And so the count is 1-0. And a little bit of a pause there because I had just gotten hit in the broadcast booth by a Swedish fish. I have no idea where that came from. It popped up here. And I got a Swedish fish here into the broadcast booth, a half-eaten one, pretty disgusting. Looks like David Speranza, the home plate umpire, must have had that ball hit off of him a little bit because Donnie Pitchford, the trainer for the Ducks, came out to check on him. He seems to be all right. Once again, the Ducks have had a total of 3 base runners tonight. An infield single by Cody Puckett in the 2nd, a double by Mike Dowd in the 2nd, and a walk by Anthony Vega in the 6th. That has been it. So only 1 hit to the outfield tonight for Long Island. The 1-0, and Puckett takes a fastball up high for ball 2. And again, of course, I'm sure the players are feeling a little fatigued here with a night game last night and then 2 games here today, one of which, the first one, went extra innings. Both sides dealing with it. And the 2-0, Puckett a swing and a miss at a fastball. Runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. So Long Island will look to erase what happened over the first 6 innings and turn things around here late. 2-1, and Puckett takes a high fastball inside for ball 3. We'll see if Puckett can work his way on with Mike Dowd waiting in the on-deck circle. Getting the sign is Munson. And the 3-1. Swinging a ground ball here to the left side, past the diving try of the third baseman, Lance Sawatsky. So Cody Puckett has himself a base hit, his second of the night. And he is on at first with 1 away. That'll bring up the catcher, Mike Dowd.
Catcher, number 29, Mike Dowd, number 29.
Good try by Sawatsky, but out of his reach as he dove to his left. So now 1 on with 1 out. And here is Mike Dowd to the plate from the right side, who is 1 for 2 tonight with the only hit to the outfield prior to that Cody Puckett base hit. First pitch on the way from Munson, and Dowd fouls this one straight back. Good cut. And just missed it. The count 0-1. Dowd a double over the head of Whitaker and left back in the second inning that put runners at second and third with 1 out. Blank eventually drove in Cody Puckett with an RBI ground out for the only run of the game for Long Island. Here's the 0-1. Dowd takes a breaking ball high and inside, even the count at 1-1. The catcher popped to second his last time up in the 5th inning. So it'll be a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch coming up. Munson comes set, deals, and Dowd swings, and it's a ground ball weakly to short. Charging in his errands, he fields, shovel to second for 1, onto first, double play. A 6-4-3 double play turned by the Barnstormers on a slowly hit ground ball by Mike Dowd. And the side retired in the 7th. So the 1-out single wasted, no runs a hit, nobody left on base. We head to the 8th, 4-1 Barnstormers.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Anthony Vega, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Well, Ducks fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn shop here at Bethpage Ballpark on your next visit, where exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quackerjack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. So Nick Struck came in, faced one batter, got a quick out on a fly out to left from Kevin Aarons. That was it. So Kevin Myers has gone back to his bullpen, and he's going to call on the right-hander Frank DiGiulio Jr. to pitch here in the 8th. With the Ducks trailing 4-1 and being out hit 7-3, it'll be Josh Whitaker, Josh Bell, and Sean Halton coming to the plate. Final lines for the starters tonight for Darren Downs, who is in line for his 4th loss of the year. 6 2/3 innings of work, gave up 7 hits and 4 runs, all earned. Did not walk a batter and struck out 7. Hit a batter and threw 2 wild pitches, 108 pitches on the day, 66 for strikes. Not terrible, but not as good as he did in his last 2 starts. but also has not gotten really any run support tonight, just 1 run. Meanwhile, for Kelvin De La Cruz, who is in line to end his 6-start winless streak, 6 innings of 2-hit ball, 1 run, it was earned. Walked 1 and struck out 5 through 1 wild pitch. 80 pitches, 52 for strikes. So we head to the 8th, and here is Josh Whitaker to the mound. First pitch, or to the plate, excuse me, and Whitaker fouls it off down the left field line, and the count 0-1. Whitaker is 0 for 3 at the plate here in the nightcap. He has struck out, reached on an error, and flown out to center. DeGiulio Jr. steps back up onto the rubber. The 0-1 pitch coming up from the righty. Kicks and deals. Line drive into right center field. Long run for Delta Cleary Jr. into the gap, and he makes the running catch. Nice grab by Cleary Jr., who got a good jump on that liner tailing away from him in a right center field, but he caught up to it and made the grab for the first out of the 8th inning. DeGiulio Jr. came in and pitched in last night's game. Came on in the 8th inning with Amalia Diaz, or check that, with Todd Coffey out of action. Kevin Baez sticking with Diaz for the 9th inning. DeGiulio Jr. gave up a base hit to the man at the plate, Josh Bell. Got halted and popped to second before being relieved by Kreider, who after a hit batter struck out 2 and got out of the jam. First pitch, and Bell takes a fastball strike. He has been a thorn in the Ducks' side today. The winning home run in game 1 of the doubleheader in the top of the 10th inning with 2 outs. And here tonight has a pair of RBI singles to account for 2 of the 4 Barnstormer runs. 0-1 from the righty, and Bell swings. It's a ground ball foul up the first base line, a hot smash. And just to the right of the chalk, so the count 0-2. Bell will be followed by Halton. Barnstormers with 7 hits. DeGiulio Jr. comes set. And the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew the fastball by Bell. Good pitch there from DeGiulio Jr. His first strikeout, the 8th for Ducks pitching tonight, and there's 2 away in the 8th inning. DeGiulio Jr. yesterday gave up just his 2nd hit of the season. He has pitched in 15 games, 2-0 record, has yet to allow an earned run, just 1 unearned run on the season, 2 hits, 8 walks, and has struck out 13, an .054 opponent's batting average. And has pitched like an all-star this year out of the bullpen. Doesn't have incredible numbers, but ultimately has not allowed an earned run. I don't think there are too many pitchers that has thrown as many games as he has without giving up one. The first pitch misses low and outside for ball 1, and only 2 hits, too, is quite impressive. This is a guy who last year was a spring training invitee. .1-0 pitch coming up. DeGiulio Jr. deals a swing and a miss by Halton at a fastball down low. Halton had doubled to left back in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 4th, and a sac fly to right in the 6th. That brought in Kevin Ahrens to give the Barnstormers the 2-run advantage. From the stretch, the 1-1. DeGiulio Jr. kicks and fires. Halton takes a fastball and hits the outside corner knee high for a strike. And the count goes to 1-2. 4-1 Barnstormers lead here in the top half of the 8th inning. Lancaster looking to sweep this doubleheader. Ducks have yet to be swept in a doubleheader this year. This is already their 5th of the season. And they only have 1 more on the schedule after this one. But who knows with rainouts if any more are going to be needed. Here's the 1-2. Now this one is just low and outside. A fastball again from the righty. The count goes to 2-2. Certainly the Ducks will be looking forward to getting back Lou Ford and Dan Lyons in the near future, possibly by the next homestand for Long Island. 2-2 count. DeGiulio Jr. is set, and the pitch on the way is swung and grounded to the right side. The second baseman, Ruben Gotay, is there, and he's thrown to first in time for the out. So a good inning in relief for Frank DeGiulio Jr. as he retires. The Barnstormers 1-2-3. 7.5 through. It is still Lancaster in front of Long Island by a count of 4-1.
Hey fans, it's infielder Sean Burrows, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 103.9 LI News Radio.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Pave your way.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Ducks fans, you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, then follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more. Ducks are tweeting right now. You can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. So the Barnstormers maintaining their 4-1 lead. Long Island will send Blank, and due up then is Wessinger and then Vega, but Blake T. Cody has stepped out into the on-deck circle for Long Island, and it looks like he will pinch hit for Matt Wessinger in the bottom of the 8th to try and get Long Island some offense. Josh Wall, a right-hander, has taken over. So Wall will come in for his 17th appearance of the year, 0-1 record and a 4.80 ERA. And Long Island looking to try and get something going from the bottom of their lineup, as they have managed just 3 hits and a walk through the first 7 innings tonight. Of course, 1 run on the RBI groundout in the 2nd inning by the man at the plate, who was driven in the only 3 runs the Ducks have scored today. First pitch is taken up high and inside for ball 1. Blank with the run-scoring groundout in the 2nd inning to 3rd. That plated Cody Puckett. Struck out swinging, though, in the 5th. Pitch on the way from Wall. Blank checks a swing on a high fastball, able to hold up. And so the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Ducks don't need a 3-run home run. They don't need home runs right away. They just need to get guys on base and try and get them over. 2-0. Fastball hits the outside corner for strike 1. Good pitch there from Wall, who on the season 15 innings of work has given up 15 hits and 8 runs, all earned. 12 walks to 15 strikeouts. 2-1. Blanca swinging a foul ball back to the backstop behind home plate. And that'll even things up at 2-2. Again, the Ducks entering tonight's game tied for first in the Liberty Division with Somerset, who is playing at home tonight to Southern Maryland, and as of last check was still winning. And indeed they still are 6-1 the score there right now. 2-2. Blank takes a fastball low and away for ball 3. I'm sure we'll see that league lead flip-flop back and forth. But now the Ducks no longer have that game in hand. They had it earlier today and lost to the Barnstormers in game 1. So now they're tied in the division, and the Patriots have the tiebreaker. Ducks will have to finish 1 game better to win the first half. 3-2 on the way from Wall, and Blank will swing and slam it foul down the right field line. Up onto the roof and out of the ballpark. We'll do it again at 3-2. So again, Matt Wessinger would be next. As he is 0 for 2, but Blake T. Cody waiting in the on-deck circle for Long Island. Wall from the stretch again. Here's the payoff pitch. And Blank will swing and hit a ground ball to the left side in the hole. Sawatsky to his left field. His throw over to first is in time for the out. And there's one away.
Batting for Matt Wessinger, number 6, Blake T. Cody.
So Blake T. Cody will come up as the pinch hitter here. And inning number 8 for Matt Wessinger. As Kevin Baez hoping that T. Cody can spark a little offense off the bench for the Ducks. Wessinger in game 1 was 1 of 3 at the plate. 0 for 2 tonight. Hit a ball really hard the last time up in the 5th inning, but a fly out to center fielder Caleb Gindel. First pitch, T. Cody takes a fastball low and inside for ball 1. T. Cody played in the opening game of the doubleheader, was 2 for 4 at the plate, had a double and a single, and nearly drove in the game-winning run. But Kotai was thrown out at the plate on a good throw from right fielder Sean Halton. Here a high fastball taken by T. Cody, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes the 2-0. T. Cody swings away, hits a fly ball in the air to center. Drifting a few steps to his right is Caleb Gindel. He'll make the catch. Easy second out. So the first 2 retired here in the 8th. And with 2 down and the bases empty, that'll leave it up to the left fielder, Anthony Vega.
1 left fielder, number 27, Anthony Vega, number 27.
So the Ducks offense has hit a wall here in this doubleheader today. Despite having 10 hits in game 1, just 2 runs on 1 swing of the bat, the home run from Blank. And here in game 2, just 1 run on 3 hits. First pitch to Anthony Vega, swinging a pop-up foul, third base side out of play. And the count goes to 0-1. Vega tonight, a ground out to first, a walk, a stolen base, but was stranded at third base on a wild pitch. From the stretch, here's the 0-1. Pitch on the way from Wall, and Vega takes a fastball low and inside, even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again in the finale tomorrow, Bruce Kern will make the start for Long Island. Pitched fairly well his last time out on Tuesday, against New Britain. 1-1. Misses inside on a fastball for ball 2. Third baseman Lance Sawatsky playing in tight at third, now backs up a step or 2. There's the 2-1. Fastball misses outside, ball 3. So Vega trying to reach for the second time tonight, give the Ducks a 2-out base runner with Phelan Lentini waiting on deck. Here's the 3-1, and Vega takes up high, ball 4. Second walk of the game issued by Barnstormer pitching. Both have been Anthony Vega. It is a Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. And so after Wall retires the first 2 of these, he walks Vega. And out of the dugout comes Butch Hobson, no surprise. So Phelan Lentini will come up next for Long Island. We'll see if Hobson just here to have a chat with Wall. Talk about the approach for Lentini. The entire infield is in for the discussion again. Now Hobson will head back to the third base dugout. So just a visit to talk things over with his pitcher. I believe that is the second visit made by Butch Hobson. So we'd only have 1 more in the first 9 innings of the game. And up to the plate will step Phelan Lentini following the walk by Anthony Vega.
Phelan Lentini, number 22.
So here's Lentini to the plate from the right side, who is 0 for 3 tonight, 0 for 8 today in the doubleheader. Now looking to find some way to keep the line moving here in the 8th, with the Ducks trailing 4-1. From the stretch, first pitch, and Lentini takes inside and hit him. Well, that's one way to keep the line moving and get him on base. He'll take a fastball up and in the back. So after the conversation on the mound, the first pitch from Wall comes up and hits Lentini. And just like that, Hobson comes back out of the dugout, and that will be all for Wall. So Vega to second base, Lantini to first. Pitching change coming up here at Bethpage Ballpark, as the Barnstormers will bring in a third reliever tonight, trying to protect a 4-1 lead. Tying run coming up to the plate in the form of Delta Cleary Jr.
Hey fans, this is Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
So the Ducks have put 2 men on with 2 outs in the 8th on a walk and a hit by pitch. And the tying run coming to the plate in the form of Delta Cleary Jr., a switch hitter who was scheduled to bat from the left side, but with the lefty Ryan Denick now in the bullpen. And so it'll be Cleary Jr. coming to the plate. He is 0 for 3 tonight. All of the 3 outs made from the right side of the plate against the lefty Kelvin De La Cruz. So we will see what Delta Cleary Jr. can do to try and close this gap, which is currently at 4-1 in favor of the Barnstormers. We'll see if the Ducks can take advantage of some wildness from Josh Wall, who got the first 2 batters out with ease, but walked Vega and hit Lantini. So here is Cleary Jr., the switch hitter, batting from the right side. The infield plays straight away. And Long Island looking to keep the line moving, as we mentioned. A 3-run home run would obviously be ideal, but you'll take anything just to try and keep the inning alive and send the next man up to the plate. First pitch from Denick, and Cleary Jr. takes a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Denick came into last night's game in relief, pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit and 1 run, no walks and a strikeout. The man who got into trouble in that 7th inning before giving way to Scott Gracie, who then proceeded to allow the Ducks to take the lead. 0-1. Fastball misses up and away. That'll even up the count. Add a ball and a strike. Good speed on the bases for the Ducks in the form of Vega at second and Lantini at first. Vega has stolen 1 base in this game. Lantini just got on for the first time in the doubleheader. Denick's 1-1. Cleary Jr. a swing and a miss way out in front of a breaking ball. And so the count is 1-2, and now Denick a strike away from getting through the inning without any harm done to the Barnstormers. Looking in for the sign is Denick, gets the pitch he likes and comes set. The 1-2 on the way. Cleary Jr. a ground ball foul to the Ducks dugout on the first base side. Fights went off to stay alive. The count remains at 1-2 strikes. Let's go. Ducks chant is up from the crowd of 7,036 tonight. The first crowd of 7,000 or more here this season, and the 3rd sold-out crowd of the year. Here comes the 1-2. Denick kicks and fires. Cleary Jr. takes the fastball low. Evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If Cleary Jr. reaches, Ruben Gotay will be next. Denick gets the sign and comes set at the belt. 2-2. Ground ball foul again to the on-deck circle on the first base side. Cleary Jr. fighting off another. Cleary Jr. came into the day 5 of 20 at the plate since returning from the hand injury. And today he is 1 of 8. So 6 hits in 28 bats since coming back. He had an average right around 300 when he departed with the injury. Another 2-2. Dena kicks and fires. Cleary Jr. swings, pops it up foul, first base side. Long run for Hobson over towards the stands. He'll run out of room. As it lands back into the camera well and hops into the crowd. So we'll do it yet again with the count even. Crowd is getting into it here late in the ball game, waving those rally towels. Many of them are trying to get something going for Long Island. The runners lead from first and second with 2 down. And the 2-2 to Cleary Jr. is swung on and popped up in the air. Foul again, first base side. Hobson onto the warning track, slides, and he makes the catch in front of the Ducks dugout. And Long Island again is held off the scoreboard in the 8th. No runs, no hits, 2 left for Long Island. We head to the 9th. The Ducks trail 4-1.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Frank DiGiulio. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, we head to the 9th. Ducks trailing 4-1. New pitcher is in for Long Island, as that is going to be the left-hander Patrick Kreider. He takes over for Frank DiGiulio Jr., who pitched a scoreless inning in the 8th, top half of the 8th. We also have a defensive change for Long Island, as Carlos Hughes has taken over at shortstop after Blake T-Cody pinch hit for Matt Wessinger. And the bottom half of the 8th inning, so there's the defensive change for Long Island. And Kreider will take the mound here in the 9th inning to try and keep this a 4-1 ball game and give the Ducks offense a chance to come back in the bottom of the 9th when they will have Gotay, Johnson, and Puckett, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up to the plate. So Hughes is now in at short, Kreider is now in on the mound, and the Ducks are 3 outs away at the plate from being swept in a doubleheader for the first time this year. A tough day for the Ducks offensively, as they have managed just 3 runs combined in 18 innings of baseball today. So here is the lefty Kreider on the mound, who struck out 2 in a scoreless 2/3 of an inning yesterday. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Casey Hobson. Just made a great sliding catch on the warning track in front of the Ducks dugout for the final out of the 8th inning against Delta Cleary Jr. 1-0, and Hobson takes a fastball strike on the inside corner to even up the count at 1-1. Hobson tonight is 0 for 3, 2 pop-ups to short and a strikeout looking. 1-1 on the way. Kreider kicks and fires. Hobson takes downstairs for a ball, and the count goes to 2-1. DiGiulio Jr., 1 inning in relief. No hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Another strong appearance from him. Here's the 2-1. Kreider kicks and fires home. Swinging a line drive and a right. Lentini right there, though, and he has to actually almost make a little bit of a leap. The ball kept taking off the bat of Hobson. He made the little catch. And Hobson retired, now 0 for 4 tonight, and there's the first out here in the 9th inning. Well, Kreider has certainly pitched like an all-star this year. 2-0 record, a 1.17 ERA in 24 games out of the bullpen. 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned in 15 and a third innings. Has walked 9, though, so that's a little concern, but has struck out 13. First pitch here to Mike McDade, a ground ball hit to third. A big hop for Cody Puckett, gobbles it up. His throw across the diamond is in time. There's the second out here in the 9th inning. Obviously, each team typically for the All-Star game has a roster of 22, 13 position players, 9 pitchers. So that way each pitcher can go an inning in the All-Star game, and you usually see about 2 from each team. One team might have 3 in the divisions. First pitch on the way from Kreider. The fastball misses low for ball 1. So if you had to pick 2 pitchers from the Long Island Ducks to go, which 2 would it be? I mean, several starters are definitely worthy. John Brownell, Mark Blackmar, Jack Snodgrass all have done very well on the mound for Long Island this year. 1-0. Swing and a miss as Sawatsky chases down and away for strike 1. Blackmar, the league leader in ERA at 1.94. Snodgrass is at 2.97 and Brownell at 3.09. So many deserving candidates. Relief-wise, Amalio Diaz has been terrific, albeit the home run he gave up in Game 1 of the doubleheader today that won the game for Lancaster. 1-1 is a big curveball that drops in for a strike. Todd Coffey has been superb as the closer and has a 2.12 ERA. And, of course, DeJulio Jr. and Patrick Kreider, who both have ERAs under 1.2. DeJulio Jr. has yet to allow an earned run. Here's the 1-2. Sawatsky takes the fastball inside for ball 2, but unfortunately not all of those guys are going to be able to go. 2, maybe 3 will probably go from Long Island in terms of pitchers to the All-Star game, which will be hosted by the Barnstormers at Clipper Magazine Stadium, July 13th. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chasing down and away was Sawatsky. Third time he has struck out tonight. And a scoreless inning of relief from Patrick Kreider. 9 strikeouts now for Ducks pitching. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Ducks trail by 3. They need a rally to try and avoid a sweep in this day-night doubleheader.
Hey fans, this is Todd Coffey, right-handed pitcher. You are listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the park night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Many of the rally towels tonight being waved here at Bethpage Ballpark as we head to the bottom half of the 9th, and Long Island trailing 4-1. First 1,500 fans in attendance tonight taking home Ducks rally towels courtesy of Academy Mortgage Corp, who will also present tonight's postgame Grucci Fireworks Extravaganza. And a big crowd tonight of 7,036 trying to will the Ducks back as they currently trail 4-1. Going into the bottom of the 9th inning, Ryan Denick, who recorded the final out in the 8th inning, will stay on to pitch the 9th. And he will face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Ducks, Gotay, Johnson, and Puckett. Denick comes set, first pitch on the way, and Gotay takes a fastball strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Gotay tonight is 0 for 3 after collecting 3 hits in the opening game of the Twin Bill. As a foul pop, a strikeout, and a ground out. Dennick's 0-1. And that misses outside, evens the count at 1-1. And for Dennick, this would be a 4-out save if he is able to get it. And if he stays in for the entire time. Dennick from the stretch. The 1-1. Gotay is swinging a ground ball to the left side. Zawatsky ranging to his left field. His throw across pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he cannot handle it. And Gotay is going to be safe at first base. And for the Ducks, it is going to be their 4th hit of the ball game, an infield single. Tough play there for Zawatsky, having to range far to his left to try and make the play, and then throw off balance to first. The throw pulled the first baseman Hobson off the bag. He tried to get it and tag him, but never came up with the ball cleanly. So now runner at first base with nobody out. Up to the plate steps the lefty hitting Dan Johnson, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Dennick's first pitch, and Johnson will take a ball low and outside, 1-0. Now the Ducks needing one more base runner here to put 2 on and bring the tying run to the plate. And we saw the Ducks in the bottom half of the last inning in game 1 of the doubleheader get a home run that tied the ball game. Here's the 1-0, and Johnson a fister out, but caught by the second baseman Jackson, who had him played perfectly. He was shaded over towards first base. Had he been where a second baseman normally plays, probably would have been a base hit for Johnson, but instead of line out to second, Johnson is now 0 for 4 tonight. And there is the first out here in the 9th inning.
Cody Puckett, number 2.
So with 1 on and 1 out, here is Cody Puckett to the plate from the right side. Puckett 2 for 3 tonight with a run scored. First pitch, and he takes a fastball strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Puckett did not play the first 2 games of this series, including the day game today, but with a couple of hits here in the nightcap. 0-1, ripped to short, grabbed there by Aarons, flips the second one onto first, a double play. Puckett hit it right on the button, but a 6-4-3 double play turned by the Barnstormers. This ball game is over, and Lancaster sweeps the day-night doubleheader from Long Island, winning this one by a final count of 4-1. So a tough night for the Ducks offense that could not get anything going, just 1 run on 4 hits this evening. In the nightcap of the doubleheader, they dropped this one 4-1. Don't go anywhere. The postgame show is coming up next. We'll recap it and hand out the player of the game. Long Island Ducks fall 4-1 to the Stormers.
Hey fans, this is Kevin Baez, manager of the Long Island Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 103.9 LI News Radio.
Hey PSEG Long Island customers, want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free, it takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, the Trout Town fan can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, a very tough day for the Long Island Ducks as they fall in both games of this day-night doubleheader. They lose the opener here by a final count of 3-2 in 10 innings. And then here in the nightcap, a victory for Lancaster by a count of 4-1. And just a tough day for Long Island that they could not get much of anything against Kelvin De La Cruz, the very opposite of what was the case against him when he was with York back on June the 8th. But give De La Cruz credit, on short rest, pitched very well. And in front of a crowd of 7,036, the largest of the year, De La Cruz did a terrific job, and now the fans being treated to a Grucci fireworks extravaganza, so a positive end to the night for this fan base. Let's recap this one. Wasn't much to talk about in the first inning. Barnstormers get a run against Darren Downs when Kevin Aaron singled with 1 out, stole second, and came home in an RBI base hit to right by Josh Bell. And so Bell's second RBI of the doubleheader gave the Barnstormers a 1-0 lead. It would stay that way until the bottom of the second when the Ducks were able to tie up the game against Kelvin De La Cruz. A 1-out single by Cody Puckett, followed by a double from Mike Dowd, put runners at second and third for Mike Blank, who grounded out to third base, scoring Puckett from third and tying up the ball game at 1. It would stay 1-1 all the way until the 6th inning. Downs doing a very good job from the 3rd through the 5th, but in the 6th gave up a double to Caleb Gindel to start off the inning. Hit Kevin Aarons with a pitch to put 2 on with nobody out. A wild pitch would move the runners to second and third. A fly out to shallow center by Whitaker, preventing the run from scoring, but Josh Bell then singled to left to score Gindel and make it a 2-1 game, and a sac fly to right from Sean Halton followed. That extended the lead to 3-1. In the 7th inning, Downs allowing a single to McDade, a single to Zawatsky to start the inning. They were sacrificed to second and third and then scored on a wild pitch. And so check that out, only McDade scored on the wild pitch, but either way the Barnstormers had a 4-1 lead. Meanwhile, the Ducks, not much of anything to talk about offensively after they tied the game. Went in order in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings, got a leadoff walk in the 6th, but nothing further. A 1-out single in the 7th, could not score there as Dowd grounded into a double play in the 8th inning. A walk and a hit by pitch with 2 outs before Ryan Denick came on to try and earn the 4-out save, and he got Cleary Jr. on a foul pop to end that threat. Then in the 9th, after a leadoff infield single by Ruben Gotay, Dan Johnson lined to second. Cody Puckett grounded into a double play, and that ended the ball game as the Ducks fall 4-1. Final totals tonight: 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Barnstormers. They left a total of 4 on base. For the Ducks, a run on 4 hits and 1 error, and they also left 4 on base. The winner was Kelvin De La Cruz, who improves to 4-6 on the year. The loser, Darren Downs, drops to 4-4. And the save goes to Ryan Denick, his first of the season. Game took 2 hours and 35 minutes. In front of an announced crowd tonight of 7,036, the 3rd sellout crowd of the season, 653rd all-time for the Ducks, and the largest of the year for Long Island. As for tonight's player of the game, we are going to give it to Josh Bell, who again came up with 2 hits in 4 at-bats. The RBI single in the 1st, the RBI single in the 6th. One put the Barnstormers in front to start, the other put the Barnstormers in front for good. And despite a terrific start from Kelvin De La Cruz, who definitely deserves honorable mention, Josh Bell will get the award again here in Game 2. We'll take a break when we come back out of town scoreboard, and then we'll wrap things up from tonight.
Hey fans, this is infielder Matt Wessinger, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's Home for News, Traffic and Weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark as the Long Island Ducks fall tonight by a final count of 4-1 in the nightcap of this day-night doubleheader. They lose both games after falling 3-2 in 10 innings in Game 1. A tough day for the Ducks, who will try and salvage the finale of this series and of the homestand. They already have a winning record and will have a winning record on this homestand. But after starting 4-0, they don't want to finish 4-3, so they will try and take the finale tomorrow. More on that in a moment. First, let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Not good news for the Ducks in Bridgewater, New Jersey, as the Patriots have a 6-1 lead over the Blue Crabs, top half of the 8th inning. Scott Snodgrass starting for Southern Maryland. He has since been replaced by Robert Carson. Donovan Hand started for Somerset, and now Brandon Sisk is in. Patriots being led by Carlos Guzman, who has 2 hits and 3 RBIs. Brad Snyder has also driven in 2. Meanwhile, for Southern Maryland, an RBI from Zach Wilson. That has been it. So a Patriot win would put them in front in first place in the Liberty Division by 1 game over Long Island with 15 games remaining in the first half. They're in the top of the 11th inning in New Britain. Bees and the Skeeters all tied at 1 apiece. Roy Merritt started for Sugarland. Derek Loop has since taken over. And for New Britain, Josh Outman, the starter there. Sean Gleason has come in relief. The Bees RBI coming off the bat of John Griffin. No RBI for Sugarland, but a run from Jeremy Barfield. That has been it. It has been tied 1-1 since the 3rd inning up in New Britain, Connecticut. And in York, Pennsylvania, Bridgeport Bluefish have a 5-2 lead over the York Revolution, bottom half of the 8th inning. Starter for York was Tony Pena. Tyrell Harris has thrown 3 innings of relief. TJ Mitchell started for Bridgeport. Eric Neeson has come on in relief. Bluefish being led by Jonathan Galvez, who has 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Meanwhile, for York, RBIs from Joel Guzman and Telvin Nash. So it is 5-2 Bridgeport, bottom half of the 8th inning in York. Yankees winning earlier today 7-6 over the Minnesota Twins at Target Field. Andrew Miller, the win in relief, improved to 4-0. Fernando Abad, the loss, fell to 1-1. And Aroldis Chapman with his 13th save of the year. For the Yankees, Carlos Beltran hit his 18th home run of the year. Alex Rodriguez launching his 8th. Meanwhile, for the Twins, Byung-Ho Park, his 12th homer, Eduardo Escobar, his 2nd, and Kurt Suzuki, his 3rd. Mets are playing the Braves at Citi Field. They are in the bottom half of the 4th inning currently, and the Mets have a 1-0 lead over the Braves. Check that, it is now a 2-0 ball game as Wilmer Flores has hit a solo home run along with Yoenis Cespedes. So for Cespedes, his 17th, Flores his 3rd. Steven Matz opposing Aaron Blair in that one. And New York City FC with a win today, 3-2 over the Philadelphia Union at Yankee Stadium. Frank Lampard, David Villa, and Andrea Pirlo with the goals for NYCFC. So that'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard here in tonight's second game of the doubleheader. The series wraps up tomorrow. The homestand wraps up tomorrow for Long Island. And for the Ducks, they will send right-hander Bruce Kern to the mound, 0-1 record with a 2.88 ERA on the season. Kern thus far this season has made 12 appearances, 5 starts, so tomorrow will be his 6th. And he will look to follow up his pretty good performance here on Tuesday night against the New Britain Bees, in which he allowed 3 runs, just 1 earned over 5 innings, and took a no decision in the Ducks' 5-4 comeback win over New Britain. Meanwhile, for the Barnstormers, righty Brian Evans will take the mound. He has been very good for them, 3-2 record, a 3.99 ERA. So he has posted strong numbers this season for the Barnstormers. And Lancaster will look to take the series from Long Island on the road, a team that has been struggling of late. And they will try and bounce back and come away with the win tomorrow to take the series finale and take the series from Long Island. Meanwhile, the Ducks, who had come into the day with 5 straight wins, have now lost 2 straight to the Barnstormers and could potentially fall 1 game behind the Patriots for first place in the Liberty Division standings. That's going to do it for us tonight here at Bethpage Ballpark. Once again, the final score was the Barnstormers 4, the Ducks 1, as Long Island loses both games of today's doubleheader. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow afternoon when the Ducks and the Barnstormers wrap up this 4-game set. Pregame show is going to begin at 1:20 p.m. and the first pitch at 1:35. You can follow all the action live on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. Big thank you goes out to Chris Maffei, our engineer back in our Ronkonkoma studios, pushing all the buttons, doing a great job as always. My name is Michael Pollack. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with me. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Have a great rest of your Saturday evening, and we'll do it all over again on tomorrow afternoon here at Bethpage Ballpark. Good night and so long from Central Islip, New York.